Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 15th episode of the PearCast. It's been a long time since we've been here, but it is October 10th, 2020, and I'm joined in the studio, and this is the first time I'll be saying this on stream. Sitting right next to me, my fiance,
Yeah.
Paige
Me!
Eckstein.
Oh no, this one.
It's me.
No. Sitting next to
Hi,
Paige
guys.
Eckstein, we have Chris Bremer.
It's me. Hi, internet friends.
And sitting right next to Chris Bremer, we have Connor Potts.
Hello.
We are all here. We are all joining you. And of course, we're going to be starting off with our news segments. I got some really funny news stories, a couple of updates and follow-ups to some ones we've done in the past.
Ooh.
And then after that, we got some Google one-star reviews.
Wait,
Not
is there a
Google.
follow-up on the toe?
No.
Is okay.
No. And it's not Google one-star reviews. I'm sorry. It's just one-star reviews because we've broadened our horizons.
Ew.
And the reviews can be from anywhere, or you can leave a star rating.
Yelp.
Anywhere, Yelp,
IMDb.
IMDb, Amazon.
Facebook Marketplace.
And then after that, though, we're going to move on to Connor's Conspiracy Corner, where he has a big one for us that I'm sure everybody's heard of.
I'm
yeah.
excited.
Anyway, starting off our news stories.
Is it QAnon?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Is it really?
No.
Deep
Oh,
dive.
no.
We're gonna be here for 6 hours.
I don't know which one I want to start off with. So let's start off with an update. You guys remember the dentist who, he was arrested because he was, I think,
Oh.
defrauding Medicare, but also riding around a hoverboard, ripping out people's tooths.
Oh,
Yes, this
yeah,
sounds-
I do
this
remember
sounds
this
familiar.
now. Yeah.
Well, update on the Anchorage dentist who defrauded Medicaid and extracted patient tooth while riding hoverboard. He was sentenced to prison.
good. It sounds good.
Is
How
that
long?
shocking?
Like I feel like that should happen.
I'll get
It was
to,
a long time too.
I'll get to how long. I'm not entirely sure, but you guys can go ahead and discuss it. He was suspended in 2017.
I'm pretty sure he
Did
got,
you
How is
license.
so
he got 12 years.
good? Because I feel like how many did anybody else get arrested
Yep,
though?
12 years in prison.
Because there's so many other people in a dentist's office with you, and not a
Yeah,
single
but-
person was like, "Get off that fucking hoverboard!
That's
You're
not
a
their
doctor."
job. They're like slaves to the fucking dentist.
Well, and a
and
lot
shit
of the
like that.
time,
Mm.
a lot of time they are the owner of the practice, and
Right.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's
how
like,
my dentist is.
Yeah, it's like
Still, if
it's
those
like your
people-
general manager, owner, everybody, and then like
if
a
those
lot of
people
states.
aren't going to speak up, I don't want them in the medical field anymore. Then,
But
like, I
maybe-
get it. Maybe they would have lost their jobs, but at the same time, I want my safety to be in the forefront.
For all we know, though, he kept firing tons of assistants until he found the one that was like, "Yeah, be drunk on a hoverboard and defraud
Right.
Medicaid."
yeah, and so that assistant who was fine with it should go down
that's
for
not
some
really
shit.
her. I don't blame the assistant in
No,
any
yeah,
way
I don't-
because
I
she
don't
wasn't the
think
one
I do.
rolling around on a fucking hoverboard ripping teeth out.
No, she was
Maybe
just
she
fine with
was
it
on-
happening.
I don't care about that.
What if she was on one of those electric unicycles? Have you seen those? People ride around the park
Oh,
on those.
She,
all
yeah,
the
she was
time.
busy trying to
Somebody-
maintain her balance on that pogo stick.
Yeah.
She couldn't pay attention to what the dentist had going on.
flossing your teeth while on a pogo stick.
What Paige is about to say is that we have somebody in the neighborhood that rides around on one of those electric unicycles.
Yeah.
And he just like power stands.
I don't know. It's like a power pose where he's like straight up, arms out,
Yeah.
and he kind of leans forward.
I think I've seen
yeah,
that guy
he's like
in
super
the park.
ripped, like huge buff dude.
I think I've seen that guy
he's
in the park.
amazing. It's
He just-
impressive.
And you know what?
Leans
It
against
makes
it.
me
He
want one
does.
of those.
He has such an angry
does.
face.
Yeah, I forgot you live in the neighborhood now,
Yeah.
so I'm sure that you've.
You
I
don't
think
experience him.
I've seen him in the park. No joke.
He's
the dude
great.
should get
And
a
there's-
cape and like put his hands on his hips.
There's
and
another
just,
guy
He
who
just always
rides
looks
around
so
on
dead
one with his
serious.
kid. His kid has one, and he has one, and it
Oh, I thought you
seems
meant
like
they-
a cool. Seems like a cool.
and you just want to like
father-son
throw a
activity.
handful of gravel. In
I
want
want
to
to take his.
just
No, I
eat
want to
shit
take his child.
straight into the ground.
I want to take his child.
Just push his
Just
kid
his
over.
child. You just
Yeah.
want to abduct
No,
his
no,
child.
no. his child's.
Children.
You
No,
want
no.
Oh,
The
you want
unicycle.
you wanna
that his
take the
child
child's
is riding
unicycle.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
not his children.
No, I
You
don't.
don't
I don't
want
give
to
a fuck
abduct his
about his
children.
Just go
child.
push the kid over and take it and run.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I might.
Um.
Satire.
Yeah,
Well-
I'd wear less distinctive glasses when you commit that crime. That's my advice. Wear one of those
I'm,
gator sleeves and a hat.
I'm
Different
just gonna put
glasses.
on real dark shades and have a blind cane thing and.
That's the yeah. Just
Just
stick it right.
Genius.
Yep.
Genius.
Oops.
Just stick it right in front of him.
So that's the update on the Anchorage dentist.
Good. Glad he's in
It's the
prison.
Anchorage hoverboard dentist.
12 years. So is this
Wait,
a...
Anchorage, Alaska.
Yes.
Probably gets like two.
Oh, this story makes more sense now.
two people a year
The-
come
yeah.
in and.
You wanted to have some fun, dude. The office is so damn boring.
So he got 12 years. Was this a like a maximum security federal prison that he's going to, or is he going to like
Guantanamo.
a club fed?
Going down the mobile.
I don't know. It doesn't say which prison he went to.
He's a domestic
Um,
terrorist.
Nope.
Let me look him up. Seth Lookhart. Let's just say that name real quick.
Seth Lookhart. Blah, blah, blah.
Let's see if I can find anything about him. I have a picture of him. Here's him. He looks smug as fuck.
Find him on the fucking
Here he is.
the hoverboard.
Look at him.
I do have a picture of him on
Somebody's
the
gonna turn
hoverboard.
that
Let me
bitch
pull
out
up.
in prison.
Oh yeah.
His ears are real low on his head.
Wait,
That's
They
my read on
are.
that.
They are weirdly low
Right?
on his head. Yeah, I agree.
boom. There's him on the hoverboard.
Oh Jesus.
He does a spin after he rips out
He
one of
looks
the
like
teeth.
a frat
Oh,
boy.
God.
That's him doing mid spin.
He looks like a frat boy that would cry when he gets into trouble.
Oh, just to be clear, right? He's specifically just in trouble for the Medicaid fraud. The hoverboard is just like seasoning,
Mhm.
right?
It's
like,
probably
No, the
tacked
hoverboard's
on.
just like the good headline. I don't even think
Yeah.
it's a crime.
It should be
Probably
medical
why they started
malpractice.
looking at him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
he's probably right now in this picture going like, "Who's the motherfucker with two thumbs defrauding Medicaid?"
Right.
Me.
So I don't know what prison he went to. I'm imagining he's
San
not
Quentin.
going
It's
to
the
like
gulag.
he's
An
not
Alaska
going to like a
prison.
super hardcore
Russian prisons
prison.
are closer than Oklahoma
Yeah.
to Alaska.
So anyway, that's the first update. I guess we'll just move on to our second update. This isn't much of an update, just other than to say it's still ongoing. You guys remember the man who put a giant wooden penis in his front lawn?
Yeah.
Yes,
Fight's still ongoing.
Daryl.
I thought this
He-
was going to be about that goose. Remember?
No.
Yeah. Or more pigeon hats.
Yeah.
No
They were gonna come
gooses
back around to
tonight.
that.
Somebody's putting wood dicks on pigeons now.
Well, anyway, for those of you who don't remember, there was a man. What state was this in? I don't even remember. Anyway,
probably
basically
Florida.
he made his own wood carving. It was his first ever wood carving, which I didn't know on the first
I'm
time we did the
impressed.
story.
It's a totem pole.
And it's just shaped like a dick. I actually have a picture of it. I don't know if I can show it on Twitch, but let's do it anyway.
Was it intentional?
That's the picture
That-
of the
that
wood.
That's
looks
not-
pretty
that's
intentional.
not-
yeah, you wouldn't
No, it's
accidentally come
meant
up
to
with
look
that.
It's
like a dick, and he wants
It's
to
got
have
a
that
shaft
dick
balls
in his
and a head.
front yard. But he was arrested for this for displaying obscene images. He's currently fighting it in court. He has a lawyer. The fight's still going. Basically, he was
Fight
recently
the good
interviewed.
fight, man.
And he thinks it's a First Amendment right issue, and his lawyer thinks he has a good case, and I would tend to agree with him.
I do agree.
Yep.
If you
It's-
want to put a dick in your front lawn, you should be able to do it.
Yeah.
He didn't go put a giant dick in like an elementary school foyer.
Yeah.
You know?
Or he didn't like force this wooden dick into a grandmother's mouth. Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
That would be
And
a
he
crime,
certainly
though. But
didn't
that
do
would be
that.
a crime, wouldn't it?
But he's
Yes,
also
that would
not.
be
He's
assault.
not
Yep.
depicting like a sex act or anything either. It's just literally a dick.
Oh, the article
Well,
does
in
go on to
America,
state
an
that he
erect
then
penis
put
is-
the wooden dick statue in his anus in front of his children.
Mm. And then
Classic.
claims that he,
We just
and then
saw the
claims
size
that
of
he
that thing.
fell.
That's a feat.
Just kidding, I made that up.
What he should have done is taken a more artistic approach and made it sort of look like a dick, very vaguely look like a dick.
Like the Amazon smile.
Oh, wait, it's up to interpretation, and
Listen,
they can't do anything
that
about
can't
that.
be a dick. I've never seen a dick that
Well-
You should have put a little hat on it.
So,
That's a great argument right
like,
there, Dave.
according to broadcast standards in the United States, and I think in most municipalities, the depiction of that's what
it's
di-
erect.
an erect penis is pornographic. A flaccid penis is not. So
Well,
That's why
who's to
you've
say
never. I've
that's-
never seen a boner in a movie.
Who's to say
Yeah.
it's not a flaccid dick?
But they
Yeah.
show male nipples
They're
all the time.
Well, that's not
Mhm.
exactly
that's
the
because
same
they
as
have
an
no
erect penis.
anatomical purpose.
Let's
Sure
be
it
clear.
is. What if it's an erect nipple?
You
I
can
mean,
show-
An erect male nipple.
It's got to be a flaccid nipple.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
God.
I mean, that's
Explain
a
to
good
me
point.
how it's different.
one's a penis.
Just no
and the
guy
other
with a
one's
dick
a
in your
nipple.
yard.
One
We support you.
ejaculates baby juice, and the other is a vestigial organ that nobody cares about.
Yeah, male nipples are.
Wait, which one are you
pointless.
saying ejaculates baby juice?
Male nipples.
Nipples.
No,
Male
a
nipples.
penis.
Oh,
But so do boob nipples.
No, we're
No.
specifically talking
Male
about
nipples
male
do
nipples.
not.
Male nipples do not ejaculate baby
Semen
juice.
does not come out of male
But-
nipples.
I don't
Female
think
nipples-
I don't think female nipples ejaculate baby
And-
juice
well, I mean,
either.
they do.
They do.
What
What
are
are you
not-
talking
Not
about?
in the sense
Juice
that
for
he.
No. I
babies.
feel like it was very
Yeah,
clear what I
juice
was
for
talking
I don't know.
baby.
Me and
It's
Paige
not clear
also
to
went
me,
to
yeah.
breastfeeding.
I assumed you meant
Juice
milk.
for babies
I
is
think-
very different than baby juice.
I think we need stronger sex education in our state. That's what my takeaway from
You
this
mean
is.
just sex education?
Just any
'Cause we
form of
don't
it,
have
period.
much.
Chris,
Yeah.
I like how you say that like baby juice was in any way
That's the medical term.
That's the medical
medical or
term.
scientific terminology.
I thought that by using the term ejaculate, it would be clear. What-
But yes,
what
Dan,
form-
male nipples do not
Well,
ejaculate.
no,
baby
it's Chris
juice.
says he thinks it's clear, but I know a lot of women who breastfeed who say, "Sorry, I got to go ejaculate in my baby's mouth."
Jesus.
Oh,
We're
of all
starting
the
this
things you
episode
might
off
censor out.
Anyway, moving on to our next story that has nothing to do with ejaculate, but you touch this body part enough and you just might.
Hell yeah.
New Jersey hypnotist arrested for giving illegal prostate exams to patients.
What?
Okay,
What?
So, by the way, I
What?
have another name
This
for
is just a hypnotist finger banging
no,
people.
right, I
It's,
have another name for illegal prostate exams. Rape.
yes.
Yeah, so
That's the
it's
fucking
illegal
word
because
for
they
it.
didn't consent to it. Because I can't think of any other way why that would be illegal.
It's not, well, in some states it is, sodomy's illegal.
That's true.
I have so many questions.
But I guess you don't.
This
This
prostate
guy
exam
must be
with
a
your
really
dick.
good hypnotist.
Did the patients go to him
Is he?
for a prostate exam?
I think he's
and
hypnotizing
he
them.
lied?
No, I think he's hypnotizing them and then doing it.
But
Let's read the
hypnosis
article.
doesn't work.
This sounds like
so
Oh, that one made me
So,
tear up a
the
little.
New Jersey hypnotist was arrested after subjecting patients to illegal prostate exams, investigators say. The Essex County
didn't have a
Prosecutor's
permit.
Office said patients would visit Robert Bruckner, age 55, for hypnotherapy sessions, and he would perform the exams, WCBS reported. It is unclear if the patients were under hypnosis during the exams.
They 100% were not.
they were
Because-
going to get finger banged by this hypnotist.
yeah.
Because if they were, he would just wipe it from their memory.
Is this
Good point.
is the ad for this guy's hypnotherapy in the back pages of the RFT? Like what
It's
is
just
this?
it's like a big like foam finger
Wait.
from like a sports team.
I now have a clear understanding of this article. So, people are going there for prostate exams being performed illegally
Under
by this
hypnotism.
not doctor.
Why?
So that's what makes them illegal. They have to be performed by a doctor.
If you want to
Wait.
stick your finger in somebody's ass for fun, you can, but under the guise of like a medical
Medical.
prostate exam,
Yeah.
you're not allowed to do that.
So why doesn't he just call it, I'm sticking my finger in your ass for fun?
Because
And
then
maybe
I-
this is a side effect
well,
of
because
that.
Because
there
then I think
is
it becomes
going on
prostitution.
going
Not
on
if
to
there's
read
no
farther.
exchange of-
There is not just adults involved in this.
Oh.
No.
Some of the prostate exams were performed on teens and children.
This one's not
what the
funny
fuck?
anymore.
What the
No.
fuck?
It
Fuck
did
this
get
guy.
a lot less funny.
This
Fuck
isn't
this guy.
funny.
This is terrible
Turd.
now.
Anyway, let's move on to the next story. How about
Fuck
that?
that
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, that's all we need. That guy doesn't deserve.
So anyway,
no
this guy's,
airtime.
That's the whole demo. You just named two demographics
What's
that
his
don't
name?
need prostate
Yeah.
exams. Period.
Robert Bruckner.
Robert Bruckner is a pedophile piece of shit.
He owns Major Mindset Hypnosis Counseling, aka butt fingering.
Hold on a second. I got to book my appointment.
Could
Could you say that into my
Major Mindset
Siri?
Hypnosis Counseling.
You basically just gave this perv a commercial.
Yeah, this
Anyway,
is
let's
free
take a
advertising.
quick commercial break. This episode
For
of the
Major
PearCast is
Mindset.
sponsored by Major
no,
Mindset
no, no, no,
Hypnosis.
no.
You want a prostate exam?
No.
All right, moving on to our next story. This one's just fun and not in any way gross. Do you guys watch? You guys familiar with
believe you.
Cake Boss?
Yeah.
Mhm.
What? There's gonna be
TLC
something
show?
gross.
No,
Mm,
chill. Cake Boss.
Okay.
Chris,
Uh,
you know what Cake Boss is?
is the
It's really important that you know what Cake Boss
so
is
is
for
the
this
host
story.
the big black gal who has a crush on?
Nope, it's Buddy Velastro.
Who the fuck is Buddy Velastro?
I'm thinking of
He's the
Cake
host
Wars.
of Cake Boss.
So there's Cake Wars and Cake
Oh.
Boss.
He is the cake boss.
What
I
is
think.
Cake
He
Boss?
is
How
the
is
Cake
there
Boss,
room
yeah.
for multiple cake related
Oh
contest
wait, well hold on,
shows?
hold on. I don't want you to confuse Cake Boss with Ace of Cakes, the other show about fancy cakes.
There's
What?
3 different.
Okay.
cake
I just
shows.
stick to Chopped.
and there's also Cupcake Wars, Chris.
That's what
thought-
I'm thinking of.
I thought I
No.
knew what this is, but what
No.
is
Thinking of
it
Cake
now?
Wars.
There's too many cake shows.
It's a fucking show about cake that they make cakes on. I don't know what
Okay.
to tell you.
Is it like a competition?
No,
Okay.
it's a dude that makes fancy cakes and it's about him and his family.
Is the
sounds
only
boring,
difference
but
between
okay.
muffins and cupcakes the icing?
No. And this... Moving on to the story. You ready for the story?
That bread's different.
This is
dog.
important.
Okay.
Cake Boss star Buddy Velastro impales hand in terrible bowling accident.
How? What?
Impales
What?
it with what?
What?
The
Bowling?
pin?
Oh, did
You
he stick
guys-
his hand in the return?
Let's see.
How
Oh
would
my
you
God.
impale it though?
That's the only thing.
Everything in bowling is so rounded. What are you impaling yourself
It's quite literally a
on?
ball.
Yeah.
His hand was impaled after getting it stuck in the bowling's pin setter. A malfunction.
You
with the
should
pin
never be
setter.
going down
The
there.
That's
pin
what I'm
setter?
wondering. Why the fuck was he down by the pin setter? He's the cake boss, not the goddamn bowling
Because-
boss.
Why
Is it like
is
his
he-
own bowling alley or something?
No, maybe.
Why did they let
He's
him
rich as
back
fuck.
Oh, does he?
there?
If he has bowling,
He probably has a bowling alley in his house.
If it's his own, maybe he's going down there to fix it or
yeah,
something.
no, that makes sense
Yeah.
because you can, if you're super rich, 2 lanes of
Bowling.
it's expensive, but it's not
That's the
like
cake boss.
if you're a
Yeah.
millionaire, you could
Yeah.
have it if you want.
Oh,
you
he
know?
looks so
this
sad.
is the cake boss. He is sad. He just fucking impaled
He's
his
got
hand.
another
What?
hand. He
He's
can eat
got-
cake.
Such a sad face.
He's got that look of like I'm stupid.
Yeah, he does. He does.
What the hell's in a pin resetter thing that can impale
Why didn't
your
he have it
hand?
It's a
turned
big
off?
metal
A lot of
rack that
shit,
has
dude.
these like things that grab and it goes all the way down to the ground. And
But, like-
so he probably because it has there's a laser sensor in there
Mhm.
that tells it when to grip. So if that's blocked, it won't know when to go up and it'll just go all the way.
I feel like if you're gonna fix something like that or any machinery, turn it the fuck off before you
Right.
do
Well,
that.
in
Like,
his defense.
Well, in his defense, he's a cake boss, not a goddamn bowling boss.
well,
Yeah.
then don't fucking touch it.
So I
call
worked
someone else to fix it.
I worked at a bowling alley as
I
some
know
of you
that's
may know.
actually part of the reason I chose this,
Um,
Chris. Are impaling accidents
and I can tell
typical?
you no, but the highest paid people in a bowling alley are the mechanics who work on the
Of course.
machines because it's super
'Cause,
complicated.
well, not only that, but every other job is replaceable by anybody.
Yes, there's but like the mechanics at a bowling alley, typically this is probably different in other places, but here in good old St. Louis, as of when I worked at a bowling alley, the mechanics made more than the top mechanic made more than the general
That
manager.
makes sense, though. I mean, because even the general manager of a bowling alley is entirely replaceable. But like the
Yeah.
mechanic, you got to know a lot of
Mhm.
shit
Yeah.
to do that.
And
So
the head,
cake boss guy shouldn't be sticking his fucking hands in bowling
Nobody
equipment.
disagrees with that.
If
This
you've got the
was-
money for a bowling alley, you can pay for a repairman.
Yeah.
So,
he
like-
needed to get his strikes in now.
Mhm.
so 15 years ago, the head mechanic at the place I worked at made like $38 an hour, or $39
Damn.
an hour, and that's I'm an
It's
old
like
man,
I'm
so it was
looking
good
for a
back
new
then.
job now.
that-
Who knows? Maybe they don't make shit. And
That
it
was
a-
like in 1946
I
too,
just-
when Chris was
yeah.
working.
I'm not
Exactly.
that old. So in Jimmy Carter's administration,
Anyway, moving on to our next story. I got a couple of videos.
Yeah.
I think we'll start with one of what I think's the funniest, and we'll spread out the videos throughout the podcast here. But are you guys familiar with Cameo?
never heard of it.
Yeah.
I think you have heard
What
of
is
it.
Cameo? Like the
The
jewelry?
celebrities,
Oh.
you pay them to make like appearances or record a video for you
Oh.
or something.
How
Oh,
sad.
yeah. like
Describe it, Connor.
Snoop
a little
Dogg's
bit.
on there
just
like
did.
happy
You did, but-
happy birthday to my boy Ty.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah.
on smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
That's
except
exactly-
it's
yeah.
not usually Snoop Dogg. It's usually washed up celebrities.
No, Snoop Dogg is on Cameo.
No,
Well,
yeah.
Like I said, usually washed up celebrities.
I'm just saying.
Athletes too do it.
Yeah. Or in this case,
Ooh, I love to hear that awkward, stunted reading.
I
Off
know-
of a script.
I know what you're gonna
You know where
say.
this is going?
sports people
Carol
do.
Baskins.
no.
She's on Cameo.
Well,
Baskins.
in this case, we got somebody that's a much worse human being than Carol Baskins, even though she's a husband murderer.
Carol Baskins killed her husband, fed I can't do the rap.
Carol Baskin.
Let me read you the
Killed her.
Fed her
headline.
husband to the
Husband
tiger.
whacked him.
That's it. Yes,
Yep.
thank you.
Let me read you the headline, and then I have the actual Cameo video.
Oh hell yeah.
On Cameo,
What?
Joe Arpaio welcomed a furry convention to Arizona.
Oh,
That's amazing.
God.
So I have the
A
video.
furry convention.
Let me get it pulled up.
Does
and
he
we'll
does
watch
he-
it
did
and
he
we'll
know
discuss.
what he was doing?
I doubt it,
Beautiful.
but
I
it's still
doubt it.
hilarious.
That's
Um,
amazing. I love that.
All right, so here's the video.
Let me switch over.
Hey, good luck organizing the Arizona Furry Convention,
He's saying it like
which is for
fury.
animal lovers. I appreciate Kelly Townsend as being a supporter. I've always loved animals, fought those that abuse animals, and will continue to do so. In any event, have a great convention. And as far as what animal I would like to be, I'm kind of partial to dogs,
Yeah.
but I love all animals. Thanks.
I'd be a fox. I'd fuck a fox. Fuck a cat.
Shit. That's
Fuck a bear.
hilarious. He definitely
It's
didn't
really
know what
all
that
I have
was.
to show for
Oh
that.
my God.
Discuss.
That's a commentary
That's
on
fucking amazing.
what our society is that like a monster like Joe Arpaio is getting paid to like give
Introduce a fucking
a furry
convention where
convention
people dress up like
where
animals and fuck each other.
he has no idea what it is or what's going
So-
on.
Holy shit.
And everybody there is happy to give him the money for irony's sake. And
Man, he's old and fucking not speaking so well.
So nobody
I'm
knows
counting down.
actually if the person who paid him to do this was actually in any way involved
Affiliated.
with. Yeah, they think they just wanted him to do it because it's funny. I think. By the way, you said like that somebody would spend money. I think this cost the person $30 to get that done.
Fuck, I do it all the time to people I didn't like. I'd be like, can you introduce
Can you introduce
Nambla?
Nambla? Yeah.
yeah, is Joe Arpaio like surviving on cat food? Why is $30 enough for him to do anything? He's got like
Holy
a high. He
shit.
probably makes $200,000 a year and has like a great benefits package. Why on earth is he,
Is he
like,
doing this?
on Wednesdays for mess money? I introduce stuff on Cameo.
I also think it's hilarious that like he introduced the furry convention as a organization that
For
loves
animal
animals.
lovers.
Yeah, it's like introducing Nambla and being like for men who love boys,
Yeah.
but like
Well-
not trying. Well, it is
Not
though,
trying to
but not
sound-
trying
yeah.
to sound like because
Yeah.
furries they definitely do love animals.
Yeah.
They
Well,
definitely do.
They
What
also
they
love
love
dressing like
is-
him and humping.
I was gonna say, do furries love animals or do they love imagining they are animals getting fucked by other animals?
Not to
Yeah.
alienate all of our furry audience, but there is like
Booski,
a
we're
strong,
looking at you.
There is a strong correlation between like furries and bestiality and animal abuse.
Yeah, you don't
What
fucking
a
say.
surprise!
Yeah, I don't kink shame as long as they're not doing that.
Yeah, you can fuck somebody else in a fucking furry
Do-
suit. I don't care.
Yeah.
But the
Oh, I'm
second
gonna
you,
fucking kink shame all day. Furries are fucking weird.
no, if you want to fuck in a furry suit, I mean, what do you mean weird? Like people are into shit, but I'm like do it,
Shit.
do
Yeah,
your shit,
they don't
shit.
hold conventions and like
If there
go
was a
out in
The fuck they
public.
don't.
and
If there was
Furry
fucking
pride.
ScatCon 2020, I'm not gonna like that's them. That's their thing. You know what I mean?
Mm, I don't
Oh
like
no,
furries.
I
I'll
emceed
say it.
ScatCon 2019.
Chris knows
slogan
all
was,
about it.
Put it on the chest.
Put it on the chest.
I'm surprised you guys haven't Google it. I gave a great
Gross.
opening ceremony speech.
Let's see if ScatCon's actually a thing.
No,
That's
let's not.
that's
Let's
going to be
not.
the next PearCon. You should just rebrand to
When I
ScatCon.
Google
I don't want to.
ScatCon, it comes up with scat crankshafts. It's
What the
is
fuck
that a-
What
it's
the
a
fuck is that?
crankchaft company.
It's a company that's unaware of what scat the other.
SCAT. I will say.
Oh no, that's unfortunate.
That's like if your last name is like phonetically pronounced buttfucker, and you're like, I'm not going to change it.
According to Urban Dictionary, ScatCon means a convention where bus drivers go to talk about the buses they drive, whilst their cider and tea are provided to the bus drivers. No shit eating involved. Yo, Jack, are you going to ScatCon this week?
That's so specific.
That's
What a
not
wonderful,
real
That's
at
like
all.
wonderful
so
use of the word in a
specific.
sentence.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I also really like the way you said whilst.
I don't know how to pronounce that word, honestly. Whilst?
Wilf.
It's
Wilson?
No,
not
Dan,
whilst.
Dan, it's whilst tea.
It's
I'm
It's a
bad at
rapper.
pronouncing that word.
It's whilst.
That's what I said.
Nope.
Willist.
What
Wild.
you talking about, Willis?
Wild.
tea.
Okay, anyway, moving on to our next story.
Anyway, guys, look at her. Look, never mind. Joke.
Good joke, Chris. Fucking hilarious.
Check us out at ScatCon 2021.
I'm not reading this whole article. I'm going to read basically the headline, and I'll try to fill in details if you guys have questions. Elderly woman, 71, is the suspected getaway driver for a burglar gang.
Nice.
Gang.
Gang.
That's
Ooh.
considered elderly.
Where is this?
This is in not America.
The UK, where like a grandma can be.
This is
It is-
Scandinavia.
It is somewhere in the UK.
Yep, I
Yeah.
knew it.
So a female prisoner was arrested this week along with her younger associates as part of an investigation into a daylight break-in at a home in. I feel like sometimes, like, in order to pronounce this shit, you need to read it with a Cockney accent.
Don't
you know
Do
what
it.
I mean?
Don't. Chris, don't.
Oi!
No.
As part of an investigation
No,
into
no,
a
no.
daylight break-in at a home in Melagarco, Westmeath.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Nope.
That's the name.
Melagarco?
Melagarco, Westmeath.
Okay.
Melagarco.
And they have like a 32-digit phone number you can call if you have information.
So
Basically,
she-
It's probably Melagarco.
Basically, she drove to somebody's house to help them commit.
A crime.
Yeah,
What was it? What'd they steal? Like tea and
You're
doilies?
fucking-
Like what'd they steal?
you told me not to do a fucking accent. And you're over here saying, "Oh, what did they steal? Tea and fucking crumpets."
I said
They
doilies.
take the way up
because
the
she's
apples
an
and pears.
old lady.
Digestives.
Yeah, that's right. That's what they're called.
She rolled in there with like a gun and a sharp stick and was like,
No.
"Give me your Metamucil and chewable
I was
vitamins."
saying it because she was an old lady, not because they're British.
Okay, Paige. Do only old ladies like tea?
Yes.
You're ageist.
Only old ladies are British.
True fact.
That's basically it. They went. The suspects went. They like did some bad stuff. They broke into a house, stole some stuff. Grandma drove. Grandma took him back home. Grandma
Was
said,
everybody else grandmas?
Grandma said, "Oi, you fucking cunts! Give me my cunt, cut, not cunt."
Do you
Said
think?
cunt twice?
What are the odds
Oh,
of
no.
Grandma not even knowing what was going on?
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys
That's
want
what
to
I
go?
was
She just
wondering.
like,
You want to go to the video arcade?
yeah, or something like
They
that.
waited till Grandma took her pills, and they're
They're
like,
just like,
"Grandma, you're
"Grandma,
barely lucid. Drive us
can
to
you
Take us
drive
to our
us to
friend's
the-
house. We need
yeah.
to run inside and pick something up.
We need to get our video game systems, television,
Yeah.
sound system, handguns, pills,
Oh,
jewelry."
man.
We left it all at. We left it all at.
At Gary's house.
Yeah.
Poor
okay.
Grandma.
Yeah.
Poor grandma.
Well,
Either
while
she
we're,
was unaware or she's the dopest grandma. One of the two.
She is dope.
she is the dope grandma. From what it seems. So while we're out of the United States, let's move over to Cork County, Ireland, which sounds like a very American county, but Cork County is apparently in Ireland.
Yeah.
Cocaine in exchange for milking cows. Cork
What?
dairy farmer sentenced for drug dealing.
Interesting. I don't
How
feel
much
like
do
that's-
cow milkers get paid
yeah,
if you can
that's
trade
what I
coke
was
for
just
it?
thinking. That seems like an exorbitant exchange.
Yeah.
Depends how many cows they have, I imagine.
This has got to be like this guy has a business where he has employees,
Mhm.
and it's like, you give me that kilo of blow, and I'll have my 7 finest milkers at your farm for 1 to 9,000 days. I have no idea how much
Weird.
milking.
Yeah, that seems like an unfair exchange.
Yeah.
Didn't
He
they,
was-
they used
like,
to give
whoever's getting
cows
the
as
coke
part
is
of a
winning.
dowry, didn't they?
like
Yeah,
milk.
they did.
Milk is like,
Or
not-
just animals.
True.
the finished product for milk is what, $3 a gallon. So like, what's
Unless
the
you go to
transfer rate?
Aldi.
Dairy farms aren't making
And
Yeah.
it's-
shit
I
for
don't know
money.
how, but
Yeah,
no,
There's
they're,
a reason why dairy farmers are subsidized by the government.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
'cause they,
they're
like-
failing like all
Yeah.
over. the
either
Yeah.
this was the smallest amount of cocaine or it was the most milk you could milk from.
But I
milk.
also
Yeah.
wonder how many people in Ireland are drinking like soy milk and oat milk and stuff like that. You know,
I
Don't
in
don't
Cork
know.
County, I think if I'm not mistaken, it's either where Dublin is or where Galway is. One of the two.
Mhm.
They're complete opposite ends of the country, but that's pretty much all there is that one city
Yeah.
and smaller
Oh,
villages
it's like
in the
Ireland's
area.
tiny,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So they
that's
might
true.
make a decent amount of money there.
But-
if they're far enough outside of the
That's what I'm
city.
saying. Yeah, it's like got to be a big commercial.
Yeah.
Dan, how much cocaine are they getting
They
paid?
don't say how much cocaine. There's some,
Damn
One
it.
bag.
I guess there's some text
One
messages.
bag.
One duffel bag. of
Nobody
cocaine.
knows what size the
There's
bag
some
is.
text messages, I guess, between the two people, and this is one of the exchanges. Any chance of a 50 for Saturday, or I'm sorry, for Sunday? Gotta get my days right.
50?
I don't know what a 50. I don't do cocaine, so I don't know what a 50 is.
Especially
you know what a 50
Irish
is?
cocaine.
Listen,
True. They use
I
different
haven't done drugs in
measurements.
Ireland. I don't know what they.
Continue.
They got a whole different measurement system and
mean,
everything.
it
Dude,
sounds-
what is that? Is that in kilos or is that in
Centiliters.
Pounds.
Well, I was gonna say, if he said a
Centiliters.
50 for Saturday's work, that sounds like $50.
It's because
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
what I would
50
take it as.
grams because that's a
No.
ridiculous
That
amount.
would be like a
Yeah.
month's worth of
Yeah.
like.
Can I get just
cow
a
milk.
fix for
Month.
tonight?
Yeah.
I need 50 grams of cocaine.
for the night.
Um,
Or maybe they give it to the cows.
dude, that's how you get the good milk. Any chance of a 50 for Sunday, or I can milk for you Sunday? I'm off. That's one of the text messages.
So it sounds kind
Maybe
of
that
like
means
this
something
guy.
else.
Go through that
Yes.
yard straight up to the top yard. Red one message. I'll be milking. Go straight on up to
That
the dairy.
sounds not great.
This ties into the
so it
prostate.
sounds-
I'll
stuff
be
from-
milking.
It sounds like this guy is just a drug dealer that also happens to have a dairy farm that people sometimes do work on.
Or
It doesn't sound like
this-
he's like, hey, come milk cows and I'll give you cocaine. It
Yeah,
sounds like
or he's talking
just...
about baby juice.
He's a farmer.
No, but he
Baby
didn't say he doesn't say that come milk cows and I'll give you cocaine, but he's also like, if you milk the cows, I'll give you cocaine.
Yeah.
Oh, he's offering the cocaine in payment?
No, people
No,
are like,
this
hey,
guy
I'll
just
milk
said-
cows for you in exchange for cocaine. He's like, okay.
Yeah. So
Sounds
that's
like
what
a
I'm
deal
saying.
to me.
But
Wait,
again, this sounds
wait,
like
wait,
a
wait,
small
wait,
amount
wait.
of cocaine.
This
Like,
sounds like this dude's just a
You said-
drug dealer, though.
You said
who
I
happens
will,
to have dairy
I will
cows.
milk cows in exchange for cocaine. So the dairy farmer is paying them in cocaine.
yes.
Yes.
But when we just
This just
read-
sounds like a dairy farmer
I
who
thought-
does coke.
You
Yeah,
thought that people
exactly.
were paying for
Yeah.
milk with cocaine?
No. I thought he was like offering
Well, he's certainly
people...
not
Paying for
for
cocaine.
cocaine in milk.
That is what's
Or the
happening.
other way
Is he's
around.
milking and getting the cocaine, so he's
No,
paying
okay,
for cocaine
but-
with milk.
But no. What I mean is that I thought that he was paying milk to get cocaine from somebody else originally.
That's the worst deal in the world.
That's why I was
But that's
confused.
what's happening. He's trading his labor for the cocaine.
Yeah, but labor's
No,
different
no.
than being like, I brought you a gallon of milk. May I have some cocaine?
Yeah, I thought the dairy farmer was the one getting the cocaine.
Oh. No, the
No,
dairy
he's-
farmer has this is what I think is going on. This dairy farmer
Sorry.
has a personal stash.
Yeah.
He's a big old coke guy. His workers know it. You probably, I mean, fuck. I'd have to be really high to milk cows for a living. You know what I mean? It seems like the worst job ever.
You can't milk
It's
not
cows on
bad.
coke.
It seems that like his
Yeah,
entire
don't do
Saturday
that.
is worth $50 worth of cocaine, which is like
Yeah.
terribly.
Well, I don't think
You can't milk cows on coke, dude. You can't sit.
True.
You can't
it's
sit still
machines
like
they
that.
use now. You know
You
that,
can-
right? Like you don't milk them by
If you
hand.
milk
Maybe they are
cows
then.
on cocaine, you're just gonna look at those udders just wanting to fucking bite one. You know what I mean?
It's not PCP.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're like, I'm gonna
God.
wear
Or
that
no,
cow's
wait,
face.
no, that's Jack Black in Tropic Thunder.
Anyway,
Wear that beast's hide as a tunic.
let's move on to another video that I have. How's that sound?
Great.
Let's do it.
Let me load it up.
This is your show, Captain.
I think it's best to read the headline and then play the video. So,
Then do that.
goat jumps inside Douglas County Sheriff Deputy's vehicle and eats paperwork.
I
Which
fucking love goats.
this sounds fake as fuck, but here's the video from the
They
officer.
have cloven hooves.
Oh, now they got their body cam on.
Yeah, really.
Get out. Go on. Get out. Go. Come on.
Did you just leave your fucking door open?
Get out.
Probably didn't expect a fucking goat to happen.
You don't know. Fucking leave your door open.
Do if you're a cop and rules don't apply to you.
Get out. Get out.
So she's trying to coerce the goat out of her car.
Good
right?
Why
luck.
didn't they leave the other door open and then try to push,
Push it.
out that
If
way?
this,
Why don't they put a rope around it? And
When did they
it?
pull their gun?
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
if this goat was a minority, she would have shot it
Yeah, she fucking would have.
as soon as this started.
Get out.
Get out!
Stop eating all my paperwork.
Why does she have 18 pounds of paperwork in her fucking car?
No, she keeps going around back and forth each side, trying to get the goat out.
Yeah.
Push it. Did it just piss or milk or something?
No, I think it stepped
Dude,
on.
it just
Maybe it
secreted
did.
baby juice.
Give it.
Out of its horns.
Oh, now it's eating the paperwork right
I
in
can't
front of her
wait
face.
to watch it head butter.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude! I fucking love this anarchist
I
goat.
kind of. Oh,
I
Little
bet you
dog.
this is her property.
Hang on. Hang on.
That's why she hasn't killed this goat. If this wasn't her goat, she would have killed it or beat it or done something already.
oh.
The goat just knocked her on the ground. That's it. That's it.
I fucking love that goat.
So
I fucking love
that's
that
in
goat.
Douglas
As an
County.
anarchist goat.
That's amazing.
So the goat basically, the video that we just watched starts off with the goat. The lady, the cop coming out to her car, opening the door to find a goat just standing between the passenger seat and the driver's seat. And she just goes back and forth on each side trying to get the goat out.
Just going, get out.
Get out. Go on, get. Go on, get.
It's a 1v1 between a goat and a pig.
Yep. And the fucking goat one.
Yeah, I think I got the perfect sound for that. Fuck. Wrong button. It's not. I was hoping for a.
Nope.
Didn't work out though.
You notice Dan never hits himself with that button, Connor.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
No matter how warranted it is.
Good one, Chris.
I
Anyway,
liked Connor's pun. Let's draw a line in the sand. Boom.
so I still went to go with the tooch. You know?
I don't know.
Okay, let's
Because you
keep,
failed.
let's keep derailing this right into the ground with our next story. Let's move on to another officer, another cop. This one's gonna be more infuriating than a cute goat.
Are you gonna let me talk?
Paige is so upset that I censored out one fucking line from
Yep.
a podcast that was definitely inappropriate. But let's move on to our next story. A Louisiana officer who claims someone
Pronounced Louisiana. I'm just correcting you.
Louisiana officer
The Big Easy.
who claims someone shot him actually shot himself.
I'm shocked. Oh my goodness. What?
A Louisiana police officer who claimed he was shot while on duty had instead shot himself in the leg. Deputy Chief Daryl B. Basco of the Pineville Police Department Administrative Bureau told CNN.
Daryl
John
Basco.
Michael Goulart Jr., 25, was arrested Tuesday and charged with 1 count of criminal mischief and 1 count of malfeasance in office after falsely claiming he had been shot. And this is a quote from a statement from Basco. The investigation led to a determination that the officer shot himself, concealed, and altered the facts. Shocking.
So you shoot yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Criminal charges.
You have to go to the hospital
Mm-hmm.
to get fixed up.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're accusing somebody else of doing it, they're going to pull the bullet out of your leg and look at it and see,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Like the trajectory and
Yeah.
No, I was thinking more like ballistics. Like,
Yeah. They're
or
gonna
like
know
the
it's your own
bullet
gun.
itself and know that it
yeah,
wasn't.
they're going
yeah.
to know immediately
Connor.
that it was a service
and they're going to
weapon.
know that you leave with a fully loaded clip because that's
Yeah.
like
There's
they actually
a
keep track of
reason.
the bullets. Yeah.
You can't be a cop if you are even remotely slightly smart.
Oh, yeah, I know.
So
I'm-
that's what
And
it
then you
is.
become a detective.
Yeah. If you were
Yeah.
not dumb as fuck,
Yep.
then you can't be a cop. So
Well, I think the irony here is that if you're a cop and you shoot yourself and lie about it, you go to jail.
Yeah.
If
But
you're a
you
cop
can
and you
shoot
shoot
an
another
innocent
person and lie
person.
about
Yep.
it's fine.
it, the
Nothing will
entire
happen.
system rallies
So,
behind you and you
it's
get
triggered.
paid vacation.
What it sounds like is if there's what they believe is it was an accidental discharge. But if there's an accidental discharge, there's an investigation done and possibly disciplinary action, as there fucking should be.
Yeah.
If you accidentally shoot a gun when
Oh,
your
it's
job is to
only-
not shoot guns
Yeah.
unless
It's
they're
only
needed.
if you shoot another person
But-
on purpose.
Yeah,
that it's
except when
fine
you
Do you
and
think-
nothing
intentionally pump a
happens.
bunch
Do you
of
think
rounds.
if he were
Yeah.
to shoot himself on accident like he did and not lie about it,
Mhm.
Yeah, it sounds like he probably would have been.
he
fine
wouldn't have
at
been
it.
He would've been,
charged,
yeah.
but he would have been
Yeah.
probably suspended maybe or something.
I don't even think that his friends would have laughed at him.
Yeah.
So 2 rounds were fired.
Honestly,
according.
probably.
Twice?
I've seen The Wire.
Yeah.
2 times.
So 2 rounds were fired according to the
Twice.
Basco Police Department. 1 hit him in the leg and the other hit the door of his vehicle. They didn't go on to say, and quote, everything shows it was an accidental discharge.
Yeah, let's continue to let him have a gun and
He's
the ability to shoot anybody.
Fucking going to
That's fine.
jail. They. What do you mean?
Yeah.
I'll probably give him a gun.
They
It's
arrested
jail.
him.
As soon as he gets out, another fucking police department will hire him like they always do.
They arrested him. Like the police department he works for
Yeah.
arrested him.
And a neighboring one will hire him again.
Maybe, but you just said that it doesn't matter when they literally are arresting him and charging him for this.
Lifetime in prison is what I say.
He
It's amazing.
posted
It's the only thing a cop will
10,000.
I
be charged
say-
for.
The electric chair.
He posted bail for $10,500.
Why the
Less
500?
than an hour and a half
So it's like,
after he was
Why
booked.
10.5? How do they come up with these numbers? They were like 10,000,
10%,
not enough to
So
teach
it's
you
like
a
100
lesson.
something thousand.
Oh yeah,
bail.
I forgot about that. Yes.
Mhm.
No.
Don't you only have to pay 10% of it?
So that's,
That's
a good
if you have a
question,
bail
actually.
bond. I think if you have a bail bondsman, like that's what their function is. Is you? So if you can't come up with all of your bail, you go to a bail bondsman. They essentially finance the rest.
Then
of
you
that.
pay
See, but
them
that's a
back.
good
Yeah.
that's a good point, Connor. When it says he posted $10,500 bond, that doesn't mean I don't think that it was $100,000.
I don't know the phrasing.
I
Does
don't know.
Is bond different from bail?
No, they're the same thing,
yeah. Okay.
essentially. But one gets you out, or no, they both get you out. But the difference is, like with the 10% thing, that's are you paying a bail bondsman? To
Yeah, I
put up
didn't.
the-
I didn't know if they used bail or bond in different ways. Like maybe bail was our bond was for if you paid a bail
You pay
bondsman
all
or
of
something
it,
like
yeah.
that, or I
There
didn't
might
know.
be a technical difference.
I did.
but,
Yeah, I didn't know.
Um,
Fuck that guy though.
this article's from CNN, and CNN tried to reach out for comment, and they didn't get comment. He was booked at the Rapids Parish Detention Center, according to jail records. Their police
Rapid Parish.
Rapids Parish.
Oh,
Basco Police Department told CNN that the charges Goulart faces are brought when an individual allegedly fires a false police report, which he definitely did. It sounds undeniable there. So that's it.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. What happened?
You're
guillotine.
with what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That he shot himself.
And then they should feed him to the
Okay.
poor.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, moving on to
And then
our
they
next
should make
story.
a scarecrow out of his bones. That's like to warn all other cops to stay out of the field.
Yep.
If you're gonna shoot anybody,
Don't
shoot
eat our
yourself.
corn, cops.
Mhm.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, I think we're almost done with our news articles.
Oh shit.
In fact, I think we're moving on to our last one, which is where our stream
Mm.
gets its title from.
I
This isn't gross. This isn't even that funny.
You just
never
laugh a lot
trust you
for
when
a-
you're like.
I'm
"It's
sorry, it
not
is funny.
gross."
It is very funny. I don't know if I should read the headline or if I should just jump into the video. I'll read the headline and then
Do
we'll
it.
jump into
Or
the
you
video.
could surprise us with the video.
Mm.
just lay it on. Let's do a cold
Yeah.
dive.
Okay, let's play some
Hit us
body
with
cam
it.
footage.
Oh no.
It's not bad. All right, here it comes.
Now I'm waiting to see if you have warrants through Woods County and.
Oh,
Where do you think I was
no.
going? Huh?
It's my birthday. Why did you just let me go?
Because I know your license is suspended.
I'm sorry, I didn't know it was. I won't drive no more, but can I please go home and go poop?
You have warrants through Woods County and they're coming to get you.
No, they're not.
Ma'am.
Get out of the
Oh,
vehicle now!
shit.
Poop in your car, man.
You could have already been on your way to jail.
Yeah, not pooping.
So, a woman told officers, I have to poop so bad before a high-speed chase erupted, and she was later arrested and taken to jail where she won't be able to poop.
You can poop in jail.
Why?
You're just gonna have to sit with it till that time because they
Yeah.
time the toilets in jail.
So in any way,
Really?
You cannot flush a toilet in jail, just so you guys know.
What? Why?
Yeah, because what inmates do is they pack it in order to get out of the cell. They'll pack them and flood it because they
Oh.
have to let you out. So the toilets flush on a schedule. So inmates try and time seasoned
That's
inmates.
horrifying.
They try and time it so that like you don't have to sit with your shit for 3 hours in a room where there's no toilet seat or any
That's
ventilation.
fucking awful.
Yeah, it's terrible in
That's
America in a lot of ways, and
inhumane,
this is one of
yeah.
them.
God damn.
well, this has nothing to do with how terrible the American prison industrial complex is, but in Oklahoma, a woman who refused to cooperate during a traffic stop sparked a high-speed chase and guns being drawn in a neighborhood.
Jesus.
28-year-old Emily Owings was initially pulled over for not wearing her seatbelt, but she also didn't have a license or her insurance. The only form of identification she had on her was her medical marijuana card.
Can you imagine? All she had to do was put on her seatbelt like a
And this
decent
wouldn't
human
have
being,
fucking
and
happened,
she could
yeah.
have shit in peace.
You
at
have,
home.
Yep.
I don't know if you've ever been there, but there's some times where you don't even have time to put on a seatbelt. You need to get home. You
Oh,
need to
yeah.
shit before you end up with a fucking log in your pants.
But I'm,
So
Where
did
did
but
she
I'm
see
saying
that she
like,
couldn't shit though?
Did
Like,
she
Walmart.
shit her pants on the way? Like, did they specify that?
I
need
hope
to
she
know.
did.
I need to
I
know.
hope she did.
If I was in that situation, you are better off just shitting on the side of the road in front of the cop than taking off in a high-speed chase.
She should have just
Like-
said.
Yeah, that
she
was
should have just
stupid.
said to the guy, "Look, follow me home, please, and let me take a dump, and then I will peacefully get in your
Well,
car." And
I think
go."
I have a pretty good explanation for her actions. So
She had
Are you
shit.
saying she didn't
Did she have a
have
bunch
to
of
poop?
meth on her?
police searched Owings' car
Knew it.
and found a meth pipe inside.
Oh.
Owens
Yep.
was booked into the Garfield County Detention Center and faces several felony charges because she fucking ran. She would have no charges
Yeah.
High
if she just went to
speed.
jail.
Yeah.
You know, this
She
reminds
would've-
me.
She should have just shit her pants.
Yeah, well,
It wasn't
she,
that. She had meth.
she didn't have to poop. So what I used to do all the time back when I was young, and I didn't want to work is I would call my boss and say, I have uncontrollable diarrhea today.
Yeah, because no one's gonna fucking.
Nobody's
going to
be like, no, you don't have to poop all the time.
Yeah,
Except
no
a
one
cop.
calls you on it.
Except-
Yeah.
Well, a cop doesn't care. They're like, shit on yourself, whatever.
Exactly. That's what
I
I'm
make
saying.
as much as a
teacher in a grade school.
worse.
But I can
actually.
kill you and get away with it.
I'm allowed to kill you, and that's why I get $14.95 an hour, and I have to pay for my own dry cleaning.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's it. The article really just goes on to have a transcript, but I do love you could have already been on your way to jail, the officer said. Yeah, Owings said, but not pooping.
Yeah, but not pooping. So, guys, I don't know
Oh, that's hilarious.
if I've ever told you guys this, but I filled out the application to be a cop at one point in my life.
Really?
Yeah, because I was like 23 and had a baby and really needed a job.
Boo.
And then I found out that cops made like $4,000 a year
Yeah, they
more
don't
than I
make a lot
made
of
not
money.
trying.
Yep.
And I was like, nope.
They're
There's
not
no.
paid
that.
well.
In the city we live in at that time, I was 23, 24, whenever it was, the starting wage for a cop was like $31.95.
It's like 37
It's-
now at the most.
Yeah. And it's like, that's not you can't be judge, jury, and executioner on the street for $15 an hour. That's like
what it is, though. That's why it only
I
pulls
know.
in sociopathic people that
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
fucking kill
I-
minorities.
Yep. That's why they need to require a higher degree and
Yeah.
pay them more.
Yep.
maybe
I
train him
agree.
more than like 17 days.
No, it's. I don't even
This
think
is
it's
how
that.
you shoot
It's like a
yourself in the
2-week
leg
yeah.
and
I don't.
get
Yeah,
away
I don't
from a
even-
head-butted goat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
According to a quick search on Glassdoor, a police officer in the city of St. Louis makes $30,000 to $62,000 a year.
So the starting wage is the same as it was.
So like a captain probably makes $62,000 a year.
No, I
Yeah.
bet you. I think captain's an appointed position.
that, yeah,
That's true.
anything.
I think they probably make decent.
sergeant
money.
or lieutenant, like they're,
Yeah.
they're probably not talking about
Yeah,
Beat
officer
cop type.
class. Yeah.
Mhm.
sergeant probably makes the high end of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So just so everybody to
Maybe.
clarify that's what's his name who was in Idiocracy on Brooklyn Nine-Nine,
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews.
Crews, yeah.
He's the high end. He's the
Yeah.
sergeant at the 9-9. He's
No, he's a
the high end.
lieutenant.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he start as sergeant on the show?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought he was sergeant.
What's his? Does Peralta try to become
It
doesn't fucking matter.
doesn't matter. Why the fuck?
Oh wait, no,
he
he does start as sergeant and then
Yeah.
he takes the lieutenant's exam.
Yeah, and he-
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
You're right. You're
so
right.
glad we figured that out.
It was important.
It was.
It was. We want to
It
give the
was.
people context.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
President Camacho.
If President Camacho was a
Thank
cop
you.
with the same rank as he has in Brooklyn Nine-Nine in
Yep.
St. Louis, at the most he'd make his $59.9.
And President Camacho
Yep.
is, of course, a Idiocracy reference
Yes.
for those who don't know. Great movie. You should watch it. Very relevant.
Very
Mhm.
relevant.
Well,
Um,
Reddit, let's pitch a few other things we have nothing to do with.
I need to have some toilet water.
There you go.
Dude, you know what I need?
What?
I need some fucking baby juice in me.
Oh, Jesus.
I'll put some baby juice in you,
Oh,
Dan.
Jesus.
If you go to that hypnotist, you can get a 2 for 1.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well,
damn.
that actually concludes our news stories, but we still have more to bring you, including our 1-star reviews, which we're going to do right now before we move on to Connor's conspiracy corner. I almost said order. Connor's conspiracy order. Anyway, so for those of you who don't know, our Google 1-star reviews segment. I'm sorry, just 1-star reviews segment, not Google, because these
We've
are
broadened.
across the board everywhere. I'm gonna pull up a 1-star review. I will read it, and then I want you guys to guess what this is a review of. That's
I
the
love
rules.
these.
Whoever has the most points wins nothing.
I'm going to guess Bob Evans. That's the first one.
Bob
It's
Evans
a
is
Bob
not
Evans
on here, I'll
restaurant.
tell you that right
Oh,
now.
God damn it.
Well, let's start off with our first review, and I want to remind you guys, these are not just Google reviews, so they're not just places. These can be
Okay.
reviews of things, of products,
Okay.
of
Should check Zillow.
Ideas,
Maybe they have some
concepts.
ideas,
Ooh.
concepts, people. Like our first one's going to be a review
It's
of
Zach Braff.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
All right.
All right, so here's our first review. This one's going to be so hard and no one's going to guess it. Let me read it though. I don't like it. Sonic the Hedgehog looks really weird and this isn't canon to the Sonic story. And why did Karen leave me? 1 star.
This isn't the Sonic movie?
This is not a review for Sonic, the Sonic movie, but I can tell you it's a review for a movie.
Is it Sonic related at all?
No.
This is, what was the most recent Marvel movie?
Mm.
It's not.
It's not the okay.
It's not a
I
Marvel
don't
movie.
like it. Sonic the Hedgehog looks. Is it a children's movie or isn't it adults movie?
This is Jim Carrey's
Definitely not.
show
Oh,
on
is-
Amazon where
Is
he
it
was depressed.
is it that Ready Player One movie?
No.
Ooh,
Damn.
good guess though.
That was a really good
You know
guess.
what? I will say
Jumanji.
no, but I will say you're on the right track in
With Ready
some
Player One?
ways
Oh,
with
hey.
Ready Player
Super
One.
Smash.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking movie. It doesn't have to be a
Is
movie.
it Smash?
It is no, it's a movie. It's a movie.
It is a
Oh, it is a
movie.
movie.
Sorry,
I
I
promise you
missed
it's a
it.
movie.
Is it that Pac-Man movie?
Who
that
voices-
Adam Sandler
who
made?
voices-
Pickles? No.
Yeah. Oh.
Who voices Sonic?
Jaleel White,
No.
Urkel.
Jim. Is
No.
it Liar Liar?
It's not Liar Liar, and Ben Schwartz is the voice of
That's
Really?
right. But then
Yeah.
he's,
from Parks and Rec.
Oh, in the movie, you mean? In the new movie?
Yeah,
yeah.
he's the voice of Sonic.
Ben Schwartz is
Fuck.
Leslie Knope's boyfriend.
It's not canon
No.
to the Sonic story.
But he is in it.
Sonic is in it.
No, I'm sorry. Ben Schwartz is in Parks
Oh.
and Rec, and he's not Leslie.
Is this
Knope's
even
boyfriend.
about Sonic at
No.
all?
This has nothing to do with Sonic.
And why did Karen leave me?
Do you guys just want the answer? Does nobody want to get it right?
What do you mean? We all want to get
Can we
it
get
right.
some hints? Can we get some hints?
Yeah,
Is
give
it-
us.
When
give
did it
us-
come out?
I want to say 2019.
2019.
Yeah, I want to say about 2019, but I don't know.
Is it animated?
No. But there's so much CG, it might as well be.
And it's not Ready Player One.
Avatar's not out yet.
No. Way newer than Tron.
Tron Legacy?
Way newer than Tron Legacy.
Is it? It's the Pikachu detective movie.
Nope.
Oh,
it's not
that was
even
a
for
good
children.
Connor, your
Yes.
guesses are so good.
I don't know
They
if that came out in
are.
2019 either.
Let me see it. This
It's
is
not
rated
for
PG-13.
children. Okay.
I'll give more hints.
Okay.
It was produced by James Cameron.
I said
It's not Avatar.
It cost a lot of money.
Oh, is this the last Terminator movie?
Nope. It is not a sequel.
the Jungle Book come out in 2019.
No.
James Cameron?
PG-13. James Cameron.
What the?
Not Terminators.
What does he do with blue things besides Avatar?
Produced.
Oh, Sonic is not in
and
it though.
produced. Have I seen it?
No. You've seen the trailers for it 1000%.
Do I think
Okay.
it looks terrible?
Next level of clues, please.
Yeah.
It's directed by Robert Rodriguez.
Oh, Alita Battle Angel?
Ding, ding, ding!
Oh.
This is clearly a review for Alita Battle Angel.
Duh.
I don't like it. Sonic the Hedgehog looks really weird, and this isn't canon.
That makes so much sense.
Hilarious.
Ding, ding, ding. Chris, you got
Holy
1
shit.
point.
All right.
That's so funny.
All right. So here's our next
That's
one.
Wait,
a
but
good
here's
one.
the question. Who is Sonic?
Who does he
like,
think
is that
Sonic
just a
is?
total non
I think
sequitur?
this is a total
Or
nonsense.
is it like the big eyes are supposed to make the girl look like the Sonic in the Sonic movie?
I'm
Maybe.
guessing this guy's
What's
drunk.
their joke? And why did Karen
leave me?
Why didn't
Yeah.
Karen leave me? Is like a total curveball that makes
Yeah.
everything before it.
That's
makes sense.
hilarious.
This is another one that's going to be really hard, and you guys are going to have no idea what this is for.
Okay.
It's a product. I'll tell
Okay.
you that. A famous product.
Pert Plus.
What happened to Santa? 1 star.
Coca-Cola.
No.
Oh,
Oh, that was a
God
good.
damn it.
Did you guys see that trailer for Fat Man? Also, by the way,
No.
I haven't yet. No.
No.
it's gonna be fantastic.
I'm-
Anyway,
I need to
what
see it.
happened to Santa?
What
1
happened to
star.
say? It's not Coca-Cola.
It's not Coca-Cola.
And this is a product.
It's
Nerf.
It's a product. It's not Nerf.
Damn.
You're closer though. It is a toy.
Slinkies.
Nope.
It's a toy?
It's a toy. I mean toy.
Legos?
I don't know if toy's the right word,
Hot
but I would
Wheels?
call it a toy. It's not a Hot Wheel. It's not
for
a toy.
children?
Hot,
I mean, it's
Wheel-
not a. It's
Hot
not
Wheels
a Lego.
in somebody's ass.
No.
That's another guess.
What happened to Santa? Is there a Santa in it and they're like, oh my God, what did you do to him? Or
No, 'cause
what
it's a
did you do
toy.
to
No,
him
but it's a
and he's
Santa
gone?
toy product. Let's just help narrow it down. It's famous.
What?
I got a good hint.
Give me a hint.
What's like an obvious hint? I think it'll give it away.
American Girl doll.
It's a toy that rhymes.
Ew.
Santa Fanta?
No, it's a yo-yo.
No, but like
That
Santa
doesn't
has
rhyme,
helpers,
that's the
right?
same word.
Elf on a shelf.
Ding, ding, ding! This is a review for Elf on a Shelf.
What?
What? There was never Santa though, right? It was
No,
always
there was
just an
never
elf.
a fucking Santa.
So this reviewer is mad Santa got cut out of the Elf on a Shelf business?
when he was never in it to begin with. That's hilarious.
All right, so this next review.
That
Santa
reviewer's
on
a
a
Mel
Danta.
Gibson fan.
So this next review is going to be for a recipe And this is a good
We just
one.
have to guess like what the
I want
food
you to
is?
guess what the food that this is a recipe for. Ew.
I've read this.
Would not recommend. Made that. Well, then you can't answer.
Okay.
Made this for my grandson with lox cream cheese since this is his favorite. It does not taste good at all. Even capers, which he calls sea nuts, could not save this recipe. Next time, I would recommend providing a list of flavors of cream cheese that work with this
Is this
recipe.
jalapeno poppers?
Nope.
Smoked salmon bagel,
Nope.
No, because
So
lox would
those-
make sense.
No,
then.
all
Yeah.
those make
but
sense.
not
Yeah.
to a child.
Yeah, even
This one
honestly,
is
even what you
hilarious.
said makes more sense than what it is.
Yeah, this is-
Cheesecake?
Yes.
Is it
ding, ding,
cheesecake?
ding, ding.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a review for cheesecake in which
love-
she used lox cream cheese.
I love that this dumb piece of shit was like, someone needs to provide a list of flavors of cream cheese that would work in the recipe. Don't make a fucking dessert with your fish flavored cream cheese, you
Just,
dumb
and
bitch.
just
love that-
regular cream cheese.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that even capers, which he calls sea nuts.
Sea nuts.
Like it's just an extra layer
Of
of
disgusting for
yeah.
your
well, not
product.
just disgusting, but just of like
What the fuck?
over detail. Like, oh, I put capers. My grandson calls them sea nuts.
Yeah.
in it.
You know, I
Like,
honestly don't really know what capers
Has
are.
this
Does anybody
woman-
here?
Sea nuts.
No, are they even sea related in any way though?
Probably.
know.
I like
Not.
capers. I don't like sea things usually.
I don't know. What,
It's a
I know what
plant.
capers are, but I
Has
don't know
this
what they
my
are.
biggest question though is, does this woman have like ever eaten cheesecake in her life? Like once?
You know what
like-
this cheesecake needs? More fish.
More
Okay,
fucking
look,
fish.
look.
Like, what the
regardless,
fuck?
regardless of
It's
if
pronounced irregardless.
No, it's not.
I'm kidding. Of course.
Even if this was delicious for adults, why would a child want this?
It's because his favorite cream cheese is lox cream cheese.
This is what happened. Is this kid was like, "Grandma, make me some cheesecake," and she's like, "Oh, I eat bagels for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This is what I got."
Fucking
We'll
love-
just
I
keep
love that
adding
she chooses
capers.
to
Get
blame
it.
them for her stupidity.
Yeah.
That's
What are you should Google
hilarious.
what are capers though?
Oh, they're a
Let's put it-
plant.
Yeah, I know, but what kind of plant?
A
Like, is
sea
it
sea nut plant.
A
Are
sea
they
nut.
What do you mean?
Are they related to the sea remotely? Is
They're
what
an
I wanna know.
immature flower bud, from the Capris spinosa, aka caper bush. And somebody said in chat is a veggie, basically buds. So it's like little fucking pot.
So it has literally
plants.
nothing to do with the ocean. So not only is this grandmother stupid
Her
as fuck,
grandson's
so is her
stupid.
grandson.
That 7-year-old's a fucking idiot.
What
I
a
don't-
piece of shit.
We don't know how old he is.
What's
he could be
his-
fucking 30.
what's his
Yeah,
name?
but
That's
if it's
true.
like a grown adult,
Yeah.
So,
because I doubt a child would like lox flavor.
Yeah,
It's
I
true.
agree.
so
don't-
that's 2 for Chris, 1 for Paige,
Holy shit.
0 for loser Connor
I'm
over
a
there.
fucking loser.
Connor,
Well,
we're on the same team.
But I had some real good guesses.
You did.
For
You
that
did.
movie.
Dude.
one.
You're
my
getting people
points are
there.
your points. Connor and I are going to pull our points because he's on the right track with most of
Yeah.
his guesses. And
That's
I
not
feel
fair. I
like
wasn't allowed to guess on the last one.
You can
You
pull your
weren't.
points
I'm
with
sorry that
nobody.
you read it. Anyway, well, you can guess this next one, Paige, that none of you are going to get right.
I'm gonna get it.
Garbage. Don't buy. Not worth $800.
Well,
Sorry.
I'll read it.
It was in all capital
You
letters.
can
I
answer
had
it.
to.
Garbage, don't buy, not worth $800. I bought this for my 3-year-old grandson.
That's
he
stupid.
broke it immediately.
It's an
Won't
iPhone.
buy again.
I'm
It is
gonna-
not an iPhone. It is even dumber
I'm going to go out on a limb and
to
say,
buy for a 3-year-old.
don't buy $800 things for a fucking toddler. That's stupid.
It's a
It is a.
it's a handgun.
It's a laptop or an
Okay.
iPad.
Nope. It's even dumber than that.
Like
a TV.
a
65-inch
1993
TV.
Toyota Corolla.
You guys know they're on the right track. Connor's on a closer track with laptop.
Oh, like an iPad? Oh
A
no,
desktop?
you said iPad.
It's more useless than all of these
A
things for a
graphics
3-year-old.
card.
Paige is very close.
A graphics card? What?
Very close, Paige.
A motherboard? What
Ding,
is-
ding, ding!
Oh,
For
why
real?
would you buy an $800
What?
motherboard for
This is a review for an
$3?
$800 motherboard.
First of all, that's
What?
way too expensive for a motherboard. That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
you don't need a motherboard
no.
that
a
expensive.
No.
3-year-old does, young man.
No one
Are you,
does.
like-
Oh,
let
hold on,
alone
guys.
A 3-year-old.
Is this
Are they-
another dumb grandma situation? Does this kid not have a mother?
This is like all those people that bought Xbox.
He's really
One
bored and
X's
his mother's
instead of
dead.
Xbox Series X's
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah,
Did
I saw
she
that.
immediately smear lox cream cheese on it?
She's
and
just
that's why it doesn't
stuffing
work?
capers into all of the
Is
connectors.
that
Thermal
3-year-old?
paste? You don't need thermal paste. I got cream cheese.
Is that 3-year-old building a supercomputer
Yeah, why
to
the fuck
calculate quantum
Does he
physics
need
or
an
something?
$800 motherboard? Jesus
I
Christ.
own a motherboard.
Wait, no,
that's like
he doesn't
$300.
need it.
No, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Why would you?
Nobody needs it, especially a 3-year-old.
Man, you should have just called this like dumb grandmas for the podcast because that's all we've seen so
That's a
far.
good segment.
I think that is all
Dumb
the
grandmas is a good
the
segment.
grandma ones I have, but I
man.
do have. Do we got any readers in this room? People who read books?
I've read a book or two.
Paige
I
just
love
read a
reading
book.
books.
Well, this is a review for a
I
book.
read the Bible.
This is on Goodreads.com. I want you to
I
tell
love
me what book
Goodreads.
this
Harry
is.
Potter.
I think you'll be able to figure out pretty quickly. Blank has really dropped the ball on this one. It's all very well.
Animal Farm.
You should not read ahead and let me read it out loud before you guess. Because that takes out the fun entirely.
Go ahead.
It's all very well writers
Oh,
using
okay.
their imagination.
Imagination.
But asking me to believe that animals can not only learn to speak English, but also successfully run a semi-industrialized working farm is frankly a bit patronizing. Pigs can't talk blank,
Wrong.
and they certainly can't conceive of harnessing wind power to produce electricity. No doubt he got the idea from watching episodes of Peppa Pig with his kids. But adults won't believe this
Hang
sort of
on.
nonsense. Let's hope he comes back with something a bit
This
more
isn't
serious
Animal
next
Farm?
time.
This is Babe Pig
No,
in
it's
the
100%
City.
Animal Farm. I just wish you would have let me read it first.
That's hilarious because
It's Babe
Animal
Pig
Farm
in the
came
City.
out like fucking 30 years
Yeah.
before Peppa Pig existed.
A lot more than 30 years.
That's hilarious.
Isn't Animal Farm from like the late 40s or early
I don't
50s?
know. I don't know when it's from.
Also,
That's-
isn't Orson Welles fucking dead?
That's George Orwell.
George
not
Orwell,
Orson Welles.
sorry.
but also probably dead. Yeah.
No,
Not
yes, he's
Orson
been-
Welles.
George Orwell has been dead since at least the 60s.
Animal
I
Farm was
love-
published in 1945.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Peppa Pig came out.
Yeah,
what,
I'm pretty
like
sure.
5 years
Look it
ago.
up. George Orwell's
Peppa
been dead
Pig
since
came
the
out in the
mid-50s, right?
900s.
He died in 1950.
I love how he's
So
like,
he's
maybe he'll
very
come out
dead.
with something
Yeah.
better next, and it's like, oh, buddy,
He was super young. Orwell died super young.
Mhm.
They found Peppa Pig scripture in the 900s.
Yep.
Cave paintings.
That's how.
All right.
This guy has no imagination at all. If he's like, you want me to believe talking pigs could create an industrialized.
He's clearly just never seen Babe Pig in the City.
So
No.
is that
Exactly.
3 for
James Cromwell.
3 for Paige,
two.
2 for Paige, 3 for
3
Chris?
for Chris.
Okay.
But we pulled our
I've got
points.
69 points.
Well, we only have 2 left. I do have more than
You
usual,
gotta
but
pull
we
this
have
out.
I
dog.
love these.
we have 2 left. Well, 3 left, but one of them doesn't gonna count because you guys literally I don't know what it's for. I just know it's a 1-star review.
But
You don't
that'll
even
be
know
great.
the product,
Let's
so
do
we
it.
can't guess it.
I don't know what it is. Yeah, it's not a guess.
Alright.
It's just a really funny review
All right.
that I want to show. Okay. This is gonna be a hard one too. Just got installed. Can't wait to see if it works. Easy to
Windows.
install. 1
Would
star.
recommend.
Windows.
It's not Windows.
Chrome.
No, it's not a program. It's a
Bing.
physical item.
Oh.
A countertop.
No, you're nowhere near.
Microwave.
No.
Catalytic
Far off.
converter.
Nope, so far off. All you guys are
Mhm.
so far off. Outdoors. Outside. You use it
Barbecue
outside.
Pool?
pit.
A swing set.
Fire pit.
No.
Swing set. Playground.
More like a maintenance item than a fun or food
Sump
item.
pump.
Air conditioner.
Hey, sump pump's wrong,
Jinx.
but the words phonetically sound similar.
swamp
Mum dum.
pump. I don't know.
What'd you say, Paige?
I said swamp pump.
No. It doesn't have the word pump in it at all. Just your first, the S. The
So it
sump
starts
word?
with an S.
No, the sump word is very similar to the word.
Sumptuous.
Septic tank?
Sumptuous.
It's got the ump in it still.
Hump.
Sumptuous.
No, there's not a lot of words that have it, guys.
Thump.
Nope.
Heat
Clump.
pump.
You're not saying real words.
Heat pump.
It's not a heat pump. The first part of the word has the ump in it.
Just the ump or the sump?
You're so close with the word sump.
Give me all the ump.
What
None of
word
the
is so close to sump? It's only one letter
But it's
different.
not pump.
Dump.
What
dump.
letter is one different from
Bump.
sump?
Pump.
Add the letter.
Pump.
Add the letter into sump.
Sumps. Pumps.
Fuck.
Spumps.
Add one letter to sump, and you get this
Stump.
word. Stump.
Remover?
Ding, ding, ding.
You install a stump remover?
Just got it
that
installed.
mean?
Can't
This
wait
guy
to see
did.
if
Is
it
Is that
works.
how they work?
Easy to install, 1 star.
I think he's installing the stump and then removing it.
He-
with the
it's-
stump
I
remover.
don't
It's a review on
understand.
Amazon for stump remover.
I don't
You install
understand.
Apply application, and you install the application of stump remover. I wouldn't. I'm not
Okay, so-
I'm not upset with this guy for using the word install. I'm
I'm-
upset with him
I'm
for
not
giving it
gonna
a
be like-
1-star review.
And then saying he recommends it.
I'm extremely upset with him for saying
I
he
am too.
installed it.
That's not being like, I just got
No.
this chainsaw to cut down a tree. I
You know how-
installed it. I
so
can't wait to
It's
see
not
how
what
it
you
works.
would no, but like you would install. I mean, install is
Alright,
not the wrong
So
word.
what the product that he's talking about, guys, as the old man dad.
Oh
in the
my
room,
god.
Stump remover, probably what he's talking about is you drill holes and you pour this goop in it and you wait for it to rot. I don't know if I'd
Paige,
call
I
that
still
The
wouldn't call that
definition of
install.
install is place or fix. That's what you do with stump remover.
But you like,
Why is Dan defending
you,
this
like,
asshole
dig
so
it
much?
out?
About when you get
Because
your
you guys are so obsessed about him using the word install, which
You
is
get your
so
teeth
irrelevant
fixed,
and has
Well,
nothing to do with it.
So, like,
installed.
I got my
when I-
cavities.
Yes.
I got
When
my
I
fillings
got-
installed.
your
My fake teeth, I got
is right.
installed recently.
So what I was thinking of is like some kind of like thing that digs a stump out, not what Chris was talking about. So
Oh.
by saying installing, it doesn't make
Yeah, I
sense
get
to
that.
me because it's
'Cause
like
there
a
are- You're thinking
backhoe or
extracting.
something. You don't install.
There are stump
backhoe.
removers that are like a piece of like machinery.
Right, that's what I was thinking of. That's why install
there's
sounded
grinders,
so
like
weird. I love
Stump
that it's,
grinder, that's what it's called.
I love the 1-star reviews where people are like, I love it, 1 star. Recommend to everyone, 1 star.
All right, and our final one that's worth any points, I
We're
think we
tied
got
up.
yeah,
Connor.
3 and no. I mean when you
Connor and I
We're
are on a
sharing.
team.
Oh, okay.
We've become one person.
All right, well this is the last one. This is the tiebreaker
It's on.
question. You ready?
Yeah,
And then we got
Mhm.
one more. It's
she's
just
probably
fun.
gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's gonna guess this.
They're current. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Thank you. They're currently under construction, desperately needed gas, so I was hoping I could stop here, as the next gas station is nearly an hour up the highway. They blocked off the entrances so you can't even get to.
Quick Trip.
Rest area.
Nope.
Phillips 66.
You do know what this is?
CFM.
Yes.
Okay.
No, you're all no. What's a CFM?
7-Eleven. CFM is Convenient Food Mart is what
Nope,
it stands
nope,
for.
it's-
but
What?
I'll tell you what right now.
Okay.
It's nothing that would make sense.
The Pentagon.
I guess it makes a little more sense if you really think it's not the Pentagon.
it
Makes more
it makes-
sense than the Pentagon.
It makes a lot more sense than the Pentagon. It's still like dumb.
Walmart, Sam's Club.
Wendy's.
No.
Mm.
I don't know why I
Um,
said Wendy's.
They're on
Does it
highways.
actually provide gas?
a Flying J.
They don't provide
rest
gas.
stop?
Truck stop.
No, but you all are
Way
closer.
station.
Ding ding ding! Connor got a question
Woo!
right.
Connor, pulling the points worked out.
Nice.
Connor, it is for a
You don't
way
get
station.
you don't get
What the
gas at a
fuck?
way station.
No.
There's like a
99%
state
of
trooper
people
sitting
don't need
there.
anything from a way station. That is a very specific
I don't even
group
know
of
if
people.
trucks really stop there that often.
Only if they have to.
Oh man.
All right, so I guess that means Connor and Chris win.
Hell
Since
yeah.
they're sharing points.
Boo.
Wait,
But if
now-
we go by it technically, Connor had 1 and Paige and Chris tied with 3.
Yeah. I
we-
like my narrative better because I won.
Dan-
We do have a bonus question if anybody
Yes.
can just like I don't
So
know
Dan,
what it's from though.
here's what
Do
we
it.
do. Everybody guesses, and then when we made our sufficient amount of guesses, we can type the 1-star review into Google and see if it pulls
I
anything
don't
up.
think it will, but we'll
Pull
try
it up. Pull it up.
If it's on the internet, it'll
I
find
tried.
it.
This is on Amazon.
Dan, could you make it smaller? Okay, good.
My daughter bought this without either asking or paying for it. I have no idea what it's like. I'm pissed off on general principle.
It's that pooping unicorn.
1 star.
It's
What
that
the
poopsie doopsie unicorn that teaches kids to play with.
I don't know
shit.
what it is.
That's my guess.
My daughter bought this without either asking or
How does
paying
that
for
happen?
it.
It's an
Yeah.
app.
Yeah.
It's got to be an app.
Oh,
Or it's
yeah.
like digital currency for an
Yeah.
app or something.
It's gotta be. I
You
still
guys
think
know?
it's
That's
that.
the only way is if it's an app related.
So I googled.
this is a daddy dating simulator. That's what it is.
Damn.
I googled that like shitting unicorn toy, and now Amazon recommends it to me all the time.
Every day
they're
they're
like,
like,
poopsie
"Hey."
doopsie dumping unicorn for kids.
I
Glitter
can't
shit.
find
Play
it.
with it.
I just looked it up.
That's
it's coming up with what does my child support actually cover? Daddivorce.com.
Okay.
Oh shit! All right.
Am I depriving my kid if I don't get him an iPhone? Commonsensemedia.com.
Yes.
.org.
The answer is yes, yeah.
Yeah. You're a bad parent.
When adults
Or
won't
you're
talk
really
to their
poor.
parents.
No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
So
I don't
nobody
give a
has
shit if
like
your
a
kid has an
guess
iPhone.
for this, right? I don't know what it is, so it doesn't even really matter if you do guess.
I did guess.
It's probably wrong, but we'll see.
I think I'm right.
Okay.
And
well,
since we don't know, I win.
okay.
Well, actually, since there are no firm rules from the outset, we all won.
Ah, God,
Chris wins.
Because
Actually,
either we
God
tied,
damn it.
or Team CC,
Mm-hmm.
Team CC.
Well,
CNC Team Factory over here. We won,
Oh,
or we tied.
Are you googling it? Connor?
Either way, I'm tied for the top, or I won, so I'm satisfied. You guys can fight it out. Paige and Connor
Either
can
way,
fight
it's all
over
good.
the team.
Fist fight right now.
Connor,
on
you,
live.
Are you trying to figure it out?
Yeah, I don't think I can.
That's hilarious. I wonder what it was.
It's an app or something. It's got to be a digital purchase. Is the only way that it.
Yeah, that makes
Makes sense.
sense.
Well, Connor, Chris, Congrats on stomping Paige into the ground like
Thanks,
the Cheeto dust she
guys.
is.
I don't know if a 4 to 3 is a
Ouch,
stomp.
Damn.
Cheeto dust don't get stomped into the ground. It gets wiped on shirts and pants.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
It does. When I come over to your house, Chris, I just stomp Cheeto dust into your carpets.
I scoop it up and I put it in my bed.
The carpet.
So that
I don't have any
concludes
carpets.
I know, that's what I'm
our
saying.
1-star reviews for this evening, but we're not quite done yet. We still have to move on to Connor's Conspiracy Corner.
Where's that Connor music? Where's
I don't
that
have the
conspiracy?
button.
Oh
I
my
just did
gosh.
it.
We peaked when
We'll
our
add it
very
in
first
post.
episode when we did that, the Clone Zone one when we had that cool music.
Oh yeah.
Twilight Zone music. That was peak.
I'll add music in post. But this Connor's
won't.
Conspiracy Corner is I always add it in post. Go fuck yourself. I hope you fucking
Damn.
I hope you die too, Dan.
I didn't
This
say
is
that.
That's where you were
Jesus.
going. That's where you're going.
Jesus.
You hesitated because you're like, "Ooh, maybe that's a little harsh to
No,
wish death
I was
on
gonna
my
say. I was gonna say. I hope
caster.
you have a wonderful, fulfilling life.
This has escalated.
A wonderful Thanksgiving.
But
I want to talk
I
about
think we should sweep
conspiracies.
everything off of this table and leg wrestle.
But anyway,
Wrestle.
this
Wrestle.
this Conspiracy Corner is actually a heavy one. It's a big one. It's one that everybody probably has heard of. at
Connor's
least
cracking a
once.
beer. He's putting a new beer in the koozie.
Ready.
He's getting ready.
Connor, take it away.
Lay it on me. I'm excited.
In early 1959, a group of hikers decided to head out on an expedition of a mountainous region of Western Soviet Union. The group was made up of 9 experienced men and women who were all extremely familiar with the Siberian wilderness. Yet even with all the experience, this expedition would prove to be their last. Despite a criminal investigation, journal entries, and photographs taken during and after their journey, the case remains unsolved to this day. This is Dyatlov Pass.
I'm not familiar.
Oh,
Really?
good. Okay,
Oh,
good.
nice.
Good.
Nice.
I can't believe you've never heard this, Chris.
Because
I don't think I have.
this is a very it's not so much a conspiracy theory as just an unsolved mystery.
Right.
But we're gonna turn it into a
Mhm.
conspiracy
Let's
theory.
do it.
So okay, so I wrote out an entire 3-page script, so I'm pretty much just gonna read it. So yeah, stop me anytime you want if you want to say something or ask any questions or anything. But here we go.
I'll interject all over the place.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll ejac all over this conspiracy.
Oh,
Get baby
no.
milk everywhere.
It's baby
or
milk.
baby juice.
Just
Okay.
That baby juice must be dripping from the ceiling when I'm done.
So, our story begins in the early morning of January 23rd, 1959. A skiing and hiking team of 10 boarded a train and headed out to the Ural Mountains in the middle of the Soviet Union. In total, there were 8 men and 2 women, with Igor Dyatlov as the group's leader. As they continued further into the Siberian taiga, the group wrote what would be their final journal entry before starting their trek. I wonder what awaits us on this hike. Will anything new happen?
Sure will.
Yeah, something will.
That's what you want when you're trekking out into the tundra. Is like the
Something
unexpected.
new.
I
think
think
it's-
say, is that a thing that people still do? Is keep journals before going on like Arctic? Because that like there are so many things from the past where they're like, we read their journals before their expedition.
Maybe only if they're going on remote ones like this,
Mhm.
because like
Something could happen.
you might not be able to charge all your devices and type it out or record yourself or something. So maybe they keep a physical copy.
Mhm.
There's no sick, and that's the only reason we know about what happened to the Donner Party is because of
Mhm.
people's
Writing fucking
journals.
journals. That's what
Yeah.
everyone did.
So, over the first few days of their expedition, the group alternated between various modes of transportation. They were all experienced hikers and skiers, but they also had to rely on, well, for one, they took the train, and then they had to get on a bus, and then they jumped in the back of somebody's truck and rode out deeper into the Siberian wilderness. And
Wait,
from there,
They just hitched a ride on somebody else's
Yeah.
truck.
we'll get to, there's like an indigenous population that lives out in the Siberian
Oh, okay.
wilderness. So after the truck, they took a horse pulled by a sleigh. Or I'm sorry, a sleigh pulled by a horse. The sleigh does
It
not
must have been
pull a
downhill.
horse. And eventually, when they were in the remote frozen wasteland of Siberia, they continued on foot with skis. On January 28th, just 5 days into their journey, one of the hikers named Yuri Yudin came down with an illness that forced him to turn around and head back to civilization, not knowing it would be the last time he saw his friends alive. The group continued on their journey, documenting everything along the way using journals and a camera. Photographs that were recovered showed the trek was progressing just as they expected, with no unforeseen complications. And then I guess that would be just a few days after they started, on February 1st, they reached the foot of a mountain known to the indigenous Mansi population as Dead Mountain. They spent that day climbing the mountain and eventually decided to set up camp a few hundred meters from the peak of it. And then at this point is when they record their final journal entry of the entire expedition. And it says, "It is difficult to imagine such a comfort on the ridge with shrill howling wind, hundreds of kilometers away from human settlements." Now we jump to a few weeks later and the search. So
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Was this expedition just like for funsies? It wasn't like a scientific one or like an
so
exploration one?
from my understanding, there's different grades of experience, basically, of these people that go on these expeditions. This was essentially a way to get them certified as the highest grade.
Gotcha. Okay.
So they went on this. I think they were all in college or something like that together, and they were second highest grade expeditioners.
So this was like their research paper.
Yeah, and this was like,
Gotcha,
oh
okay.
yeah, we're experienced. Let's go on this and let's
It wasn't
let's
like
get
a
certified
research
for
mission or anything
yeah,
like that.
no,
or
it was
exploration.
just something that they did for fun, and
Gotcha.
they wanted to get certified
Like
as
diving in certain places.
the
to get a
best
different
expeditioners
certification.
around in Soviet Russia. So
Gotcha.
So a few weeks pass, and friends and relatives begin to worry. They had not heard anything from the group, nor had the group returned. A team of volunteers, after apparently, I couldn't find much information on it, but apparently there was a debate on whether or not they should actually go look for them, since they are lost in the Siberian
And
wilderness.
this was a couple weeks later, you
Do we
said?
want
Yeah, a few
more
weeks
people to
later.
die looking for these dead
Yeah,
people?
that are like really good
so
at what they
this
do.
is essentially this is the end of February.
Okay.
So they started out, they actually got to their final destination where they died at the end of, or no, on the first day of February.
Okay.
So-
So it's like a month.
Yeah. So basically they've
Gotcha.
been missing for 3 weeks or so,
Gotcha.
almost 4 weeks. And the search team, after much debate, decided let's send some volunteers out and go look for them. On February 26th, the search team finally discovered the group's camp on the slope that they had set up on almost a month before. Immediately, it became obvious that something had gone very wrong with the state of the camp that it was found in. The tent is in tatters underneath a thin coat of snow, and all of the group's belongings were found orderly placed inside the tent, but the tent was found slashed open from the inside. The next day, 9 pairs of footprints lead the search team down the slope towards the nearby woods. So, if you're hiking a mountain, they basically have tree line, and then they chop down all the trees, or trees don't grow past that point. So they chose to go above the tree line and set up camp there on the side of this mountain, when in reality they should have set up camp at the tree line and in the woods, because there's much more cover that way.
From
And then
from
hiked
the
up,
elements,
like
you mean?
nature, yeah.
and then because when you're on the slope of a mountain
all that
and
wind
it's
and
it's
everything.
Siberia and it's negative 30 degrees Celsius up there, you're gonna get fucked.
How negative is that in American?
22 degrees,
There you
negative
go.
22 with wind, not including wind chill. I don't think so. And
I appreciate just like how, like, without looking down like a boss, you were just like 22.
because I
fucking
have it
degrees.
I have
Written
it
in there.
written.
Oh, okay.
You
Sorry.
also are like pretty good with Celsius.
No,
right?
I'm not.
No,
I don't know it at all.
Connor, you should have just said yes, I am.
I don't know. I
Just
thought
roll
Connor
with
was.
that
No, I
shit.
gotta be honest.
I appreciate that even more.
So, the next day after they had found the tent, 9 pairs of footprints lead the search team down the slope towards the nearby woods. Now, I was a little bit confused about this, about how a month later footprints would still be there, but I
guess
assumed
didn't
it was because it was
snow
so
that much?
cold.
Yeah.
The snow is probably frozen, so
Unless
it kept
there's
them in,
another
Yeah.
Like heavy
drift or
layer.
something.
yeah, exactly. So that's just a thought that I had while I was researching.
That
this.
makes sense. Yeah.
The footprints left shallow indentations in the snow, which suggests that they headed down the mountain in a calm and orderly fashion. The volunteers followed the footprints for about half a kilometer until they were completely covered by snow. They continued in that direction, which was clearly towards the forest down there, until they reached a large Siberian pine tree at the edge of the forest. Here they found the remains of an improvised campfire, as well as the frozen bodies of Yuri Doroshenko and Yuri Krivonishenko. I don't know.
You're
Okay.
doing your best.
Long
to
Russian
pronounce
name.
it.
Yeah, you're doing good.
2 Yuris?
Yuri,
Yeah.
Yuri.
I think there's 3 Yuris total in this group of 10 or 9
Okay.
people because the 10th person went
Yeah.
back. So they found those 2 bodies, Yuri and Yuri. And then over the course of 2 months, they would find the remaining bodies of all 9 hikers. The first 2, the ones under the tree, were found severely underdressed. No coats, no pants, no gloves, no hats, no boots, only night shirts and socks.
Pajamas for the uninformed.
Yeah.
Pajamas.
And
Just comical Ebenezer Scrooge like nightcaps. That's the only things they
the
had
little
on.
pom pom on
Yep.
the end.
And they had socks on their cocks like the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
And as I said, at the time of their death, it would have been about negative 30 degrees Celsius, which is negative 22 Fahrenheit.
Which you just know because you're so good at
yeah,
the
yeah,
conversion.
exactly.
Yeah.
The Siberian pine tree had signs of damage, as if somebody had tried to climb it, with branches broken up to 5 meters high up the tree. I don't know meters though.
I don't either.
That's
Oh.
3 feet.
3
Well,
feet?
it's
1
not
meter is
it's
3
30,
feet.
33 inches or something like that. It's not exactly 3
So
feet,
like
but
15 feet up this tree, if it's 5 meters.
roughly, yeah, meters
Damn.
like
That's
meters
pretty high.
What'd you
just
say,
under
Chris?
3 feet.
How much did you say it was?
It's just under 3 feet, I think.
For 1 meter.
For 1 meter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1 meter.
And this was
for all of
5
them.
meters up.
What was that?
I just threw my mouse off the desk. Yeah, you're
It's like 33 inches or something like that.
So
16 feet is how far this
that's
is.
that's
That's
pretty high.
impressive.
That's
Yeah.
pretty high up a tree. So
Yeah.
they found damage up this tree that high. Perhaps maybe somebody climbed it. It would be pitch black in the middle of the night. Maybe they were trying to locate their campsite or something like that. Or perhaps they were trying to hide from someone or something.
Like a
Mm.
bear.
The next 3 hikers were found at varying distances between the camp and the tree, covered in a thin layer of snow. They were better dressed than the previous 2, but not by much. They still lacked items such as boots, hats, and gloves. They were all 3 of these people were found facing the direction of the campsite, as if they were struggling to return to the tent at the time of their death. Some of them had sustained minor injuries, but all 5 so far that they had found, the 2 by the tree and the 3 up the mountain a little bit, died of hypothermia. 4 of those 5 died while intoxicated, it is worth noting.
They are
Hmm.
Russian.
They
Yeah.
drunk? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the final 4 hikers were found at the bottom of a small hill covered by about 10 feet of snow. 75 meters from the tree in the opposite direction of the tent. So it seems like they went deeper into the woods,
Mhm.
whereas some people tried to get back up to the campsite, and then 2 people stayed at the tree.
And tried to start a fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 of the hikers that were further into the woods had sustained lethal injuries. 1 had a fractured skull, and 2 had fractured multiple ribs and suffered massive internal bleeding. The medical examiner believed the injuries were caused by a fall and compared them to a car crash. All injuries were sustained while they were alive and could not have been inflicted by another person. 2 of these 3 hikers were found with gaping eye sockets.
What the fuck does that mean?
We
No
talked about
eyeballs.
this,
No
yeah.
eyeballs. And one of the women was missing her tongue.
Mm-hmm.
The last of the 4 had a broken nose and a deformed neck, but he died of hypothermia. The most mysterious fact out of all of this is that 3 articles of clothing were found to be abnormally radioactive.
All right. I thought I knew where all this was going until you threw in the radioactive clothing.
Yeah.
On May 28th, so end of February to May, over the
Mhm.
course of their criminal investigation and all of that, the criminal investigation was actually discontinued with a very cryptic conclusion. They said the cause of death was an unknown compelling force which the hikers were unable to overcome. So that's the story. But we're going to go ahead and explore some of these more mysterious parts of them and debunk them.
Yeah.
Because I really don't. We'll get to it. But so the first weird thing that stood out to me was the missing tongue.
Well, that's not that weird.
Out of all the things that I read, some people said the tongue was cut off or ripped off while she was still alive. Others say it was eaten by animals after
Mhm.
death.
Yeah, that's Makes the
Eyes,
most
tongues,
sense.
and genitals are the things
Yeah.
that animals go after.
Those are
tissue.
3
first.
things I like to eat.
Yeah.
Some say the tongue was later found somewhere else. There's no
I don't
proof
buy it.
of
I don't
that.
buy
It's
that.
just,
That soft
theory.
tissue's
Mhm.
gone.
The medical reports specifically say the diaphragm of the mouth and the tongue is missing. There's no mention of cutting or tearing or ripping or
An
anything
animal,
of
like,
that.
just ate it. That's what
And
makes
you
sense
think
there.
if it was cut out or if it
Mhm.
was ripped out, they would be able to recognize that.
Yeah.
Or at least you'd hope a medical examiner would be able to recognize
If there was like
that.
a nice clean cut, they'd
Yeah.
be like,
Mhm.
identifying it.
So essentially, I think conspiracy theorists, they exaggerate the importance of this missing tongue. I don't think it's that important.
No, I think animals just got to it.
The
That's
medical examiner, like I
makes
said,
sense.
believed it to be a minor detail.
Mhm.
And that same section of the report mentions the missing eyes as well. And it says, it describes them as gaping orbits. The eyeballs are absent. And then it goes on to say soft tissue injuries to the head are post-mortem changes, putrefaction, and
Animals.
decomposition
Yeah.
For sure.
to
Gotta
that
be.
woman's corpse, which was exposed recently, or I'm sorry, which was recently exposed to water prior to detection. So they just rotted, melting
Yeah.
snow. They just rotted away.
Human bodies don't do well after death
Yeah.
in wet
Mm-mm.
A
conditions.
fox or
Yeah.
something comes along and is like, "Ooh, your skin's all frozen, but them eyeballs I can suck out of your
Yup.
head. And I'm gonna get on them. I can paw open your mouth and eat your tongue, but your genitals are covered by so many layers of clothing. I'll just move along."
So those that say that her tongue was removed when she was alive have pointed to the fact that she supposedly had about 100 grams of blood in her stomach, which if it was removed while she was alive, she'd be, that swallowing that blood and everything. However, the actual report says that there were 100 centimeters cubed of a red slimy mass in her stomach. It doesn't say
what
blood.
it is.
It just says that, which I think is like not that much. It's like 10 centiliters or something like that, of blood in her stomach, which is most likely food mixed with probably blood because they did have massive internal bleeding. So
Yeah.
that's not that
Not
weird.
that insane.
Then we move on to the radioactivity.
That's the only thing that's jumping out at me as like
Super weird.
Yeah.
unexplained. Because everything else, it's like, okay, you got hypothermia. Whenever people get hypothermia, they do weird shit. They
Yeah.
take their clothes
Yeah,
off.
absolutely.
They freak the fuck out. They hallucinate. So all that makes sense, but it doesn't make your underwear radioactive. So that's
No, you know what it does for me?
What?
Tell us, Daddy Dan.
When I excrete my child juice.
We've come back
makes
around.
me radioactive.
Yep. Threw Connor off with that.
I was
No,
gonna
my
I just
computer
ruined
I
just
was gonna
my
paraphrase.
computer just went to sleep.
I was gonna
Oh,
paraphrase a bunch
no.
of Lizzo. It's not my
So,
fault that I'm
I
out here
will-
with child juice.
Keep talking.
I do
I
kind of
couldn't
want
make
Keep
it work.
talking amongst
I do
yourselves.
kind of want to talk about this. Chris said you said the only thing that really throws you off is the radioactive stuff.
Mhm.
What throws me off is like, yes, all of the like taking your clothes off and freaking out, like that is definitely signs of hypothermia. But these are all experienced hikers. They were completely prepared. They were packed. They had their clothing. They made a camp. They didn't like get caught off guard. What made them leave to succumb to hypothermia? That's what I don't understand.
So this
what
is what it
happened
seems.
in between.
I think what my theory. Somebody got injured, and they're like, "Okay, we need to like some incident happened. One or more people got injured.
We
They
need
were
to
like, we
leave.
got to get them back." They
Mhm.
realized also, I think potentially we were talking about Lighthouse earlier. The
Mhm.
Lighthouse.
A movie?
I think they realized that they were fucked, and they're like, "It's time to die drunk."
They
And
got
who
fucked
knows?
up.
Who knows the timeline? Like, they were like, "We're fucked. Let's get drunk because we're gonna die anyway." And then somebody got hurt, and they're like, "Oh shit! Now we're drunk, freezing to
Well-
death, and somebody's hurt." Or did somebody get hurt? They tried to do something,
And then they all got too
And-
cold.
and then they realized
got
they were fucked, and they're
hypothermia.
like, "We're just drinking this one out because."
Did somebody like you said there was multiple people with massive injuries, internal injuries?
Yes.
See, that's what makes me think it's like an avalanche or something, but they weren't buried.
Which is one of
and
the
there's
popular.
No
Well,
signs
no,
of
they
it.
were. They were under 10 feet of snow.
Oh, so it sounds
Yeah.
like an avalanche.
Yeah.
Like that's how you can get those. It's like getting hit by a car.
Yeah,
So that makes
exactly.
sense. Yeah. That's what I
Um,
would think is an
And
avalanche.
it's funny that you guys are mentioning all this because you're on the right track. You don't have all the facts, which
Yeah.
we'll get to, and I think that when we get to that point, you will very clearly see why the conclusion that me and all the stuff that I read, why they came to that conclusion of what they think happened. So, but back now that for some whatever reason my computer went to sleep, but I got it back up now. We'll get back to the radioactivity. So there were 3 articles of clothing that on 2 of the bodies that were found to be radioactive. Now, everything's slightly radioactive, you know? But according to some, I can't remember the name of it, some study group, I don't know. Under normal circumstances, an area of 150 square centimeters should not exceed 5,000 disintegrations per minute. That's, I guess, what they use to measure radioactivity.
Oh yeah, because the sun gives you right.
I have no fucking idea.
Like everything
I
is
just-
concrete's radioactive.
I'm
Everything's
paraphrasing.
radioactive. Yeah.
No,
to
but
a certain extent.
that
Yeah.
baseline comes from
It's natural.
basically sunshine and being in the universe. Yeah.
So the 3 articles of clothing that they found to be abnormally radioactive, they measured at, now like I said, they should not exceed 5,000 DPM. One of them was measured at 5,000, one of them was measured at 5,600, and one of them was measured at 9,900 DPM.
Woo. Okay, one of those is not like the other.
Yeah, but I feel like that's still not that much.
I have no idea. I don't know how to compare
But Chris
that to
feels
anything
like
else.
it's not that
No,
much.
but okay, but
What's like Chernobyl?
It is over 9,000.
I think it's, but I think that's way less than Chernobyl.
You
Like,
think it is?
It's definitely way less than
It should be.
Chernobyl.
It should be.
It's like insanely less.
Yes. No, it should be.
That's
but
what I'm
like
saying.
one of those is definitely
Oh, okay.
significantly higher.
But I
than
think the point
others.
is it's enough of a jump from normal
Yeah.
levels to make them think what
Something's
the
up.
fuck
What happened.
happened.
Yeah.
But it
that's
also
weird.
here's the thing there though. What year is this? This is the 50s.
1959.
Okay, this is at a time. How long after like the Radium Girls thing is this?
Radium girls were like 30s.
Okay,
No, 20. No, 14s.
We all have the internet.
14, 15,
14s.
They painted the glow in the dark stuff on the watches so that you could read them in the trenches. So it was World War I era.
Ah.
but I
By 14s, that didn't make
I
sense.
feel like-
I know, that's what I was-
You know
I
what
feel
mean?
like up until
the teens.
the 60s
1920s.
or 70s,
Really?
they were just kind of
Yes.
like, oh, here's a cool new fabric. Let's make it the wiring in a bra.
Mhm.
Yeah.
like,
Radium
let's,
Dial
you know-
Company was established in Ottawa, Illinois in 1922.
All right. They were gearing up for the Second War.
Yeah.
So the report gives this explanation. The clothes were contaminated as radioactive dust fell from the atmosphere, or the clothes were susceptible to contamination. I wrote combination, but I meant contamination. The clothes were susceptible to contamination when in contact with radioactive substances. This is a non-answer. It basically means they were unable to determine why.
I like that their answer
These
was like
things.
it's radioactive because it came into contact
Yeah.
with radioactive things.
They're
Let's
trying.
move
They're trying to
on.
say this is a result of natural occurrences.
That's
blah blah blah.
okay. Okay.
However, an alternate explanation would be
Aliens.
Yep.
Wow.
one of the victims.
Yeah.
Kolevatov had previously worked at a facility developing nuclear materials,
Oh well, there you go.
and another one,
hang out with the
And her
radioactive
baby
guy.
juice
Krivanashenko.
made her bra radioactive.
Krivanashenko had previously worked at a top secret plutonium production plant.
Are
for
you fucking
nuclear
kidding
weapons.
me? They're like, we don't know where this radiation came from. We just have 2 fucking people
Who
that
are-
worked
who
on
And
are
the
nuclear.
probably
The 3
radioactive
articles of
themselves.
clothing belong to these 2 people.
Well, no
Yeah,
fucking
okay.
shit. Okay, so no
Yeah.
mystery around the radioactive
This is
shit.
Russia in the late 50s where they're just like, oh yeah, okay.
They're
That's-
morons.
So
Yeah.
no
or
mystery.
they're covering it up.
There's no mystery at
Yeah.
all.
But
with the
but
radioactivity.
That's what's so like. Why is this still a mystery today?
That's hilarious.
There's an abundance of, and we'll get to it.
That's
okay?
hilarious.
One other thing which I didn't mention in the story, but came up during the investigation, were UFO sightings.
Obviously.
Which makes a little bit more
I
sense.
knew aliens had something.
Yeah,
to do with
there's a
it.
lot
It
of people that
makes
think they
it
were
makes a little bit
abducted.
more sense when you hear about some of the theories of how people think that they were killed. So, essentially, around the time of the hiker's disappearance, numerous sources claim to have seen UFOs in the form of orbs of light moving around the night sky for a few seconds up to a few minutes. As far as witnesses, 3 soldiers and 2 different hiking groups reported this. Some witnesses also claimed the indigenous Mansi population, as well as a group of geologists, had told them that they had observed fireballs in the sky around the time of the group's incident. But the problem with UFO reports is that they're entirely unverifiable, so
Yeah.
you can't really do much with it.
And there's always some crazy person who's like, I see orbs.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't, if you pull a poll, like the population in general,
Yeah.
like a percentage of them will tell you they see orbs regularly.
Yeah.
Hey, Dan, get Discord up.
I got it.
The first picture I sent you want to put that up? So, essentially, this is the very last photo that they took with their camera. So, just for fun,
Okay.
it appears to be essentially a light source in the night.
Definitely
Out of
looks like a light
focus.
source.
And it's about as undescriptive as the descriptions of the UFO were.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a light
Right.
source.
It is essentially
Is that a
nothing.
hair?
It's
What
like
is
a
the white
scratch.
Oh,
line?
there's like a line
It's
running
like a
through
scratch
it.
on it or
Yeah.
something, I'm guessing. On the
It no
film.
doubt could be a picture of a UFO.
Mhm.
It could also be a candle,
A
fire.
fire.
This
like
could
they
also be
had.
like
a
a fucking
flashlight. It could be a stove.
Dude, this could be
Yeah.
a dick pic for all we know.
Yeah. But let's just for fun.
It does kinda
Let's
look
just
like
for
it,
fun
yeah.
assume. Let's just. What could it be if it
So
is
for
a
those,
UFO?
For those listening, it's just like a blob of light. Like it's a black background and a blob of light.
Well,
and
Mhm.
what
a
I think
little
is interesting
floaty
about it is
blob orb.
it's square. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's and the blur above indicates they took the
It's like
picture
a
while it was
trail.
moving.
Yeah.
You know,
So
so
they're moving the camera.
the shape of it is, if it was an organic, this is me half-assing my media and
Mhm.
camera stuff, but I feel like if it was an organic fire, you wouldn't have such a specific
Couldn't it be
geometric
like the moon?
Yeah,
shape to
I
it,
agree. I agree.
you know. So it
But
it,
the essential.
it could be a flashlight though, very easily.
What we
Yeah.
think is
Yeah.
it could just be any light source.
It's
Yeah, it all.
Now-
it's an unnatural light source.
Yeah.
Now
for
let's
what it's
just
worth.
assume it is a photo of something in the night sky.
Mhm.
Let's assume it's not a flashlight or a fire or blah blah blah.
Like an
whatever.
UFO?
Let's assume that they have the camera
UFO.
aimed
I
at
like
the
the
sky and they
pronunciation.
take a picture.
Authentic Russian.
Thank you.
Just some things it could be. It could be a rocket. It could be a piece of a rocket.
Could be a
it could
meteor.
be space debris. It could be a meteor. It could be
The
an
moon.
aircraft.
Could be a ghost.
None of these
Could
things
be a
Angels.
dick.
none of
Ghost.
these things are far-fetched because we're talking about Soviet era Russia in the middle of the Cold War
True.
and in the middle of the space race.
Mhm.
True.
It could legitimately be just a military aircraft
Mm-hmm.
or something that they tried to shoot up into space flying around. But that's really, it's just interesting that that's the final photo they took. And so conspiracy theorists kind of run wild with it because,
And who knows when they took that picture?
Yeah.
It's not like time stamped or anything.
well,
you
I,
know?
well, I
So,
think it's
It is
filmed.
tramp
It's
stamped, though.
filmed though. So it would be on the last.
it'd be the last
negative,
one, but who
yeah.
knows when they took it? Did they take
Yeah,
it
no, you're
2
that's-
days
that's a
before
good
they
point,
died?
yeah.
Did they take it minutes before
That's a
they
good
died?
point,
Like,
yeah.
who knows?
So
Again, I think this is like people drunk and dying of hypothermia, and they're like, "That's worth a picture." At
Yeah.
like the moment, you know.
Yeah. So in conclusion, what the fuck happened here, guys?
I think an avalanche.
I
I think it explains them cutting their tent. I think it explains them running into the woods. I think it explains them getting lost if it's pitch black and then they succumb to hypothermia. I think it explains the car crash like injuries. Like, I think it's an avalanche.
I think you're right to a
And
certain
two of them are
extent.
radioactive
I think
because
you're-
they worked with radiation.
just- yeah, The radioactivity was a pre-existing condition.
yeah, that wasn't something that happened to them.
I think you're right to a certain extent, but
It was aliens that caused.
think
the
there's also-
avalanche,
I think
though.
the aliens
There's
just
also-
watched it. They just observed it happen.
there's also some information you don't have, which I'm about to show you, and then I think you'll realize what really happened. Second picture. So
I do have a
basically,
second picture.
the most important piece of the puzzle is why would they leave the tent?
avalanche.
Right?
Which we have a picture of.
That's the tent.
Oh, but it's not buried.
No, that's before it's buried. That's when they're
Yeah.
that's when they're still alive.
What's this little tube coming out of the tent?
It's good thing that you
It's a poop
mentioned
tube.
that.
Poop tube.
It's a good thing I mentioned that.
The only thing that could have made them leave the tent in the fashion that they seemingly left it,
They cut it open, right?
From
They
the
cut open,
inside, yeah.
Somebody took a big fat shit in it.
Smelled
it shows
terrible.
basically the investigators got there and they said, "Oh shit, this is cut open from the inside." These people fled out in a panic. But then they calmly walked down the mountain. So what would cause that? Dan's onto something.
Yeah, what's this shoot?
That's
Oh,
an
is that
exhaust pipe.
From their
Oh,
fire.
did they
From
think they went?
The
they think they
leader,
had
Igor Dyatlov,
Igor.
He basically
Igor.
he invented his own stove that they could hook up in
Oh,
a
the dumb
tent
fuck.
and
So
run
they had like poisoning.
an exhaust pipe out of it. So what I think, and what some research that I did, and people and articles and a YouTube video, they're the ones that first told me this idea, and I'm like, oh shit, yeah. This is entirely what happened. So basically, that's the exhaust pipe of an internal stove that this leader of the group had invented. Okay, we know that they used the stove because they found partially eaten pieces of fried ham and bacon inside the tent.
And people.
So what people assume is that they cooked their food on the stove and then they were disassembling it and removing everything else that needed to be removed. But the embers accidentally reignited. The exhaust pipe was no longer attached. So instantly, smoke flooded into the tent.
Oh, yeah.
In a panic, they slashed open the tops of the tent to try to vent the smoke out. When this didn't work, they slashed open the side of the tent and all ran out of it. This would explain why. This would explain why it looked like there was a panic inside of the tent and then calmness outside of the tent. It would explain why all of their belongings were left inside of the tent, or in an orderly way. They left them just as they
brought them in.
set them down.
Negative 22,
Were there...
you probably got 10 minutes before.
Yeah.
Like, because if you're not fully geared up, you have a very small amount of time before you're like freezing.
But were there any signs at all of a fire in their tent?
That's the thing, is that
like
it
you'd
may
be able
not
to see
it
that.
may not have been a fire, just smoke.
If there's enough smoke for them to cut open that tent, though,
But the
wide
smoke is
open.
emanating from the stove, which is contained. It's just not venting out.
Right.
Ah, I gotcha.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and there were also several members of the group that were found with burn marks on their hands and bodies and clothing.
Why would you ever take the exhaust tube off?
Because I think they thought it was all.
I know, but why wouldn't you just always leave the exhaust tube?
Yeah, that would be like the
it's
last thing I
who
wrote
knows?
down at all.
Well,
Yeah,
they were drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
that's
were
true.
drunk.
That's
Well,
true.
I can tell you, being involved in construction, like there was a job not that long ago that we were a part of where we were supposed to cap a chimney, and it was a fucking $500,000 house. And like we're supposed to cap everything off, and they're like, "Don't worry about it. That was taken care of long ago." And we were like, "No, for real, we should check this." And it turned out that like all of their natural gas stuff was venting through this chimney.
Would have killed the whole fucking
And
family.
they hired us specifically to cap it, and we had to like triple check it and like insist like to check it. And yeah, I guess it's just like human nature to just be like, nah,
It's fine. Let my
it's
whole family
fine.
suffocate.
That's so
you know?
stupid.
But that's people like where they live, and so I guess it makes sense that you
In a
would like
tent.
in a tent. You're like, well, there's air. We're
So
outside.
do they think they had burn marks because like in a panic they tried to like move the stove or touch the stove?
They
Possibly,
were mad
yeah.
at the stove, so they kept
They
slapping
Possibly,
it.
Possibly, yeah. However, there's also, I didn't send it to Dan because it's just a picture, but of a guy that was taken before they were dead, obviously, because he's standing there, and his clothes have like what look like burn marks and like holes all over them. So it looks like they may have already had a previous mishap with the stove
so they just
that he
like to
invented,
continue using the
and
fucking
then they
stove?
just kept using it anyway. Because
Jesus.
they probably didn't have any other way to cook food. So
Yeah.
And it could
until
have
they
been
got down
that,
to the tree line.
Yeah.
it could have
Right.
been that the incident was like 2 days or 3
Yeah.
days before they froze the
Mhm.
food. And they're like,
yeah.
it slowly set in how fucked they were.
Yeah.
They didn't realize at first like how bad it was.
So, like I said, they were found with burn marks on their bodies and on their clothes. Some of them were also found with blood around their mouth, and coughing up blood can be a symptom of smoke inhalation.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's the rest of.
If it happened while they were, that makes sense too. Like if they were sleeping
And
when
Yeah.
that
then it was
happened,
caught, yeah.
then nobody has time to rationalize.
Yeah.
or,
You're
like,
just gonna get
logically-
out.
they just
Yeah.
bolt, they just slash
Yeah.
the tent open and run out.
And if they were all sleeping when it happened, like they were probably real fucked up.
Yeah.
Before
Yeah.
they even
Mhm.
cut open the tent. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I think after they managed to get out of the tent and they're standing there and they realize, oh, fuck. Now, this is where I think it may have not even been a fire. It may have just been smoke, and they were maybe, like Chris said, they just woken up and they were panicked and freaked out and not in the right state of mind, or maybe it was a fire. But they didn't find that if it was a fire, the tent would be torched.
Yeah, you would tell.
So I
There'd be
think it was
nothing left.
just smoke.
Probably.
I think smoke just filled it up and they panicked and bolted.
I think Chris is onto something good, that maybe it was some embers that were still in there
Yeah.
and they didn't notice and they went to sleep, and then by then
Mhm.
it filled with
It
smoke. That makes a lot of
Reactivates
sense.
while they're sleeping.
Yeah.
There's no fire.
Mhm.
You know.
Now, And then I think they get out of the tent and they're standing
And then they
around it,
succumb
and
to
they maybe
hypothermia.
they think it's on fire because of
Mhm.
all the smoke. Maybe they don't. Who knows? Doesn't really matter.
They're all fucked up and
But
coughing
essentially,
up blood.
Yeah, they're not doing well.
They're standing outside of the tent, and I think that's when they make a conscious decision to, okay, we can't stay on the side of the mountain with no shelter. We need to go down to the tree line where
Mhm.
we at least have a chance of a little bit better
There's at
shelter.
least a windbreak.
Right? Yeah.
Something, yeah.
There's no shelter. They're in sub-zero temperatures. They left all their clothes
They
and
all
shit
got
on the inside
hammered,
of the
and
tent.
that's why the
Yeah.
stove caught back on fire.
Yeah.
They all
Yeah.
have their clothes and possessions inside of the tent, so
Mhm.
that's why they're all potentially underdressed. There's also the theory that maybe some of them died first and the other people scavenged their clothes to try to
Mhm.
stay warmer. So at this point, I think one or more of them must have began moving down to the tree line.
Mhm.
It would have been in the middle of the night for shelter. The smoke also could have made it impossible to stay in the area. Maybe there was too much smoke and they couldn't stay near the tent, or else, it would just get worse. Um, like I said, some of them were also seemingly drunk when they
Mhm.
died.
Yeah.
So it could have been that maybe their perception of how cold they were was off.
Yeah.
Because when you get super drunk,
You feel warmer.
feel much warmer
Yeah.
than you
You
are.
feel very warm.
It also could have. It also
And
could have.
hypothermia makes you feel hot.
People
Yeah.
get very overly confident when they're drunk. Maybe
Mhm.
when they're drunk, maybe they thought we can make it down to the tree line. We don't
We're just
realize
gonna run
how
home.
Yeah.
we don't realize maybe they didn't realize how far away from the tree line they actually were in frigid temperatures
And
like
pitch
that.
black,
Yeah.
too. It's dark out.
So then I think they finally reach the woods, and two of them immediately begin to build a fire, right? Climbing that tree that we mentioned earlier, because you can't get the branches down low because they're all snowy and wet. You got to go up high to get the branches. They start
Mhm.
getting those down. They start climbing climbing the tree to get the stuff for the fire. The more properly dressed ones, assuming that the clothes weren't scavenged,
Yeah.
of course, those people set out deeper into the woods to maybe look for food or maybe more fire building materials or something like that, about 75 meters away from the tree. That's when 4 of them trigger a minor avalanche, which takes them over the edge of this ravine, which is about 3 meters in height. Because they said they found them at the bottom of a small hill.
Mhm.
So maybe those 4 trigger a ravine. They get covered with rocks and ice
Mhm.
and sustain lethal injuries. 3 of the other 5 hikers decide, oh shit, let's head back to the tent. They start going up the mountain,
Mhm.
freeze to death, and die. While the remaining 2 slowly freeze to death around that fading campfire.
It's like Jack London's story.
Damn. So obviously,
Aliens did
yep, it was aliens and an atomic bomb.
So there are a couple.
it. Atomic aliens.
I think
Atomic
I think
aliens.
that's the most logical conclusion of what happened.
Yeah. I
that
do
sounds
too.
like exactly what happened.
Yeah, it does.
But there are 3 fun theories, one of which has already been mentioned, actually. The paradoxical undressing.
Mhm.
When you get super fucking cold, you start feeling like you're on fire,
Yeah.
and you take off all your clothes. Another one, which relates to the UFO sightings. There were supposedly military tests in the areas where the Soviet Union was testing what they call parachute mines, which detonate above the ground. They've been known to cause similar injuries to the ones that they sustained, and that would also explain the fireballs and orbs
Yeah.
of light that people were reporting.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
wherever there are people, there is military testing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is what
Yeah.
history.
Yeah,
And then the
exactly.
final one, which I think is really cool but also horrifying, is infrasound. Wind passing over the top of the mountain can cause it's been shown to cause physical discomfort and mental stress, triggering panic attacks
Oh, that
in
like
people.
super like wind
Yeah.
tunnel shit.
Yeah.
That just yeah.
Mhm.
I
It's
understand.
It's been
Just drives
it's
you
been proven to
insane.
trigger
Yeah.
panic attacks. This could have caused
I've actually
them to-
experienced that once.
Have you really?
Yeah, for real.
That's pretty crazy. Were
Not
you
to
in
that
Siberia?
level. No,
Yeah,
no,
were
no.
you in Siberia?
like
Yeah.
high up in mountains in West Texas, where it was like, and I not to the level of what you're talking about, but
Yeah,
like the wind was like 50 something miles an
Mhm.
hour, and like there's no lights, and so it was
Mhm.
like super dark, and it was just starlight, and the wind was so powerful, like I fucking lost my shit, and
Yeah.
felt like
Mhm.
I felt like I was going insane.
That's
Yeah.
infrasound.
Yeah, like it
So,
was fucking scary.
It triggers these panic attacks. This could have caused them to hear it, maybe freak out, leave their tent in a panic, flee down the slope. By the time they realize,
I feel like that relies too much on like a mass hysteria idea that they're
Yeah.
all being triggered by it at the same
Exactly.
time at the exact same time,
Mhm.
and I feel like that's a little extreme. Unless maybe like one or two of them freaked out, went running, and they all went after him. But I still feel like.
But if that were to happen, they could have made it down there, and then by the time they were low enough to where the infrasound wasn't affecting them, they could have regained their composure and then realized, oh shit,
oh, we fucked up, dog.
That's when a few of them would try to go back up, and two. So yeah.
And I feel like if they were experienced hikers, even if like one or two of them took off for that, they wouldn't all go immediately into the darkness unprepared.
But
for
these
that.
are essentially a bunch of grad students, like trying to prove.
Yeah,
but they're still like really experienced.
Oh yeah, they're
hikers.
still really experienced.
You can only get so experienced in like 20 years, you know?
I don't know. I disagree. I think they could be really good hikers. Yeah.
Okay.
Like they could be incredibly prepared because they were trying to get like the second highest level.
They obviously weren't that.
No, they were the second highest.
They
level.
obviously
they were trying to get to the highest.
So they
level
are
of
literally the
certification.
second best hikers.
Yeah. They obviously weren't that great because they fucking died.
I think what really is
Because
that
of aliens.
Igor Dyatlov wasn't the best inventor.
Yeah, that's what it really
Hello, friends.
sounds
I made
like.
stove that kills
Hello.
everyone.
I made two for smoke.
I made murder
Oh,
stove.
Jesus.
Anyway, and that's the Dyatlov Pass.
That was a good one.
That was great.
That's
That
a
was
big
really
one.
good. That was good.
So you've really never heard of this?
Never heard of it.
This is
Yeah, it's
like
very,
in terms of unsolved mysteries, this is top
big.
5.
Yeah. Yup.
I'm very surprised you've never heard of it.
Ain't never.
Ain't
It's a good
never.
one.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good
That's
one.
a
That was
very good
good.
one.
That was very well put.
I don't think. I mean, obviously, I don't think any of us here think this, but I don't think there's anything supernatural.
I don't think there's any
No.
aliens
or
involved.
extraterrestrial.
No,
or-
I don't think so.
No, I don't
I
either.
think it's
I
pretty
think the highest
clear case of hypothermia.
the highest little like conspiracy theory that has the best probability is military tests.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it is fucking Soviet Russia in the Cold War and
Yeah.
space
Yeah, I
race.
don't doubt.
Yeah, and in Soviet Russia, car drives you.
And the fact that all
So
of
does
their
Avalanche.
reports and the fact that all of their reports basically said we don't know what happened. You know,
Shut up and
that
stop
just-
talking about
That
it.
just screams
Yeah.
Soviet
Yeah.
era Russia.
It's like,
Yeah,
shut up. Even in Chernobyl,
Yeah.
where, like,
Chernobyl, yeah.
They're like,
like it
shut
blew
up.
up,
Everybody knew it was happening.
and the party was like, go out there and eat the ashes falling from
They're
the
like,
sky.
It's fine,
Shut up, it's fine.
Anyway, so that's it.
Counter.
job.
Very
Yeah,
good.
that
That
was
was
awesome.
good. That was awesome.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I think that brings us to the conclusion of the long overdue 15th episode of the PearCast. Now, this is normally a once monthly podcast. It's been like 2 months since we did the last
You
episode.
should push that up to bi-monthly.
Bi-monthly, but I'm hoping we can do the next episode in a month. And you can find all those episodes. Well, you're listening to it now, so wherever you found it,
It's there.
Find it
It's-
again.
it's where you
There
found
it
it.
is.
But if
I
you
love
guys,
that you're like putting all the work on the listener. Just find it.
Just
but if you
actively-
guys, Stitcher, iTunes, we're on all the podcasts. Look us up, the PearCast. Make sure you
Crackle.
subscribe or follow.
Right next to the Joe Dirt 2 thumbnail, you'll find the PearCast.
Whatever you need to do to get notified of the latest episodes of this podcast, do it. If you're on YouTube right now watching, subscribe, please.
Mhm.
Please
Please.
subscribe. Anyway, we're gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna do a plug real quick.
Plug it.
I'm Dan Eggers, and you can find me on Twitch at DanPearBig, twitch.tv/DanPearBig. I'm on Twitter at DanPearBig. That's Pear, Pear, big. Check out my website, danpearbig.com. That's all I got to say. Paige, what do you got to say?
Hi, I'm Paige Eckstein. I don't really have anything. I'm not quite heroes on everything. HEROES. I don't know how Twitter works, so don't hit me up there. But find me elsewhere.
Chris?
I'm Chris Brimmer, and we're launching PROCASTDEBATERS, which is shaping up to just be us again on a
Yeah.
different format.
Come see us again.
Come see us on PROCASTDEBATERS, where we'll debate stuff, and I'm going to talk about politics and things. And I would say hit me up on Twitter, but they've frozen me on everything
Chris
for,
is
Yeah,
blocked
Chris
on
literally
for no
can't
reason.
access it.
I'm frozen
So-
on all of. I've never even posted. I posted one thing that was like, "Hey, I'm tweeting," and all of my
They shut
Twitter-
you down.
I'm
quick.
shut the fuck down for some reason. So if anybody knows how Twitter works, please tell me how to fix that.
So Chris actually has his own podcast, the PROCASTDEBATERS. That's PROCASTDEBATERS. PROCASTDEBATERS.com. You can find it on
The internet.
The internet.
Find on the internet. It's a work in progress. Go there.
Chris is
Actually,
working
it's
on
only
it.
on Internet Explorer.
Paige,
It's only on Bing. You gotta
Paige,
go Bing.
Paige and I are in the first episode.
Yes.
The only
where we
episode.
talk about.
The pilot episode where we talk about Batman 3 Jokers and Bill and Ted.
Yes.
And we're gonna do some
Bill and Ted
political
3.
stuff and various things. But yeah, like the man, aka Jack Dorsey, because Twitter locked me out.
Yup.
They don't
Trying to
want,
impress you, dude.
they're trying to impress me. I've been shadow banned.
Impress?
No,
Oppressed.
oppressed.
Oppressed. Did I say impressed?
I don't know.
I think you did.
Anyway, listen, everybody's impressed by me, but
Come check out our podcast.
check it out. And then because there's so few ways to comment on that, comment here and tell us what you think of it.
Come
Tell
in
us
here where?
wherever you're
Right
listening now.
Here.
You can't
Right
leave
this
comments
minute.
on
No,
Spotify. You
hit
know
us,
that, right?
Hit us up on all of the
P.O.
all the
box.
DanPearBig Twitch stuff and tell us what you think of PROCASTDEBATERS. Do you
DM
like
me on
it? Do you
Twitter,
hate it?
guys, and tell me how much
Tell-
you hate Chris.
P.O. Box
Send me an
420.
email to yourmomshouse.com. No, I don't know.
I was trying to
Um,
remember the P.O. box from Zoom because I used to have that memorized.
But that's enough plugs. If you heard that, you'll find it or not.
You'll
whatever.
find it.
Come find us.
Connor.
Connor, what you got?
Maybe
You're
I'll be
right.
live on Twitch again someday, and if I am, you can follow me there at Lord Outer TTV. Other than that, check me out on Twitter when
He's on Twitter?
I don't tweet really ever.
No, me
I don't
either.
know how it
Me
works.
Maybe
either.
I don't
I
because
will
I literally
sometime.
am not able to.
I just don't
Um,
know what the tweet.
That's
name
at
is,
Lord Outer
so.
Games, but that's all I got.
Sweet. Well, guys, we actually have some related podcast merch if you want to find that at merch.danpairbig.com. We got Dinosaurs Built the Pyramids, Dead
Sweet.
Chips from our epic Don Marshall saga. That's
clone
merch.danpairbig.com. Get yourself some sick PearCast swag at that. That's where we're going to wrap it up, though, for this evening.
Wrap
We
it up.
will see you guys in a month for the 16th episode. I hope you all enjoyed watching. Peace out. I got to pee so bad.
We all have to be so bad. We're wrapping it up. I'm
We're
running.
done.
Fuck.
Bye,
See ya.
guys. I have to pee so
Bye,
bad.
guys.
For instance, poor foolish, not truly unruly, to pass out for fire each day. For all of the neighbors, they say, she may give the fruit, but she holds on to the root.